Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the fade out. The fade out. That was. Oh, so welcome back to Botched Rolls. Where we really like to mess things up. I hope everybody brought their banana today. We have a couple of announcements to get through first, and then we'll have a recap, and we will jump right back into it. So start us out with the announcements. I think we're gonna let Tullen start us out. Jake.
All right. Of course, once again, we'd like to give a thank you to Sword Coast Soundscapes. We're using them for our ambience and battle music for the stream. So if you like what you hear from them, just go check them out on YouTube and Spotify, various other audio platforms.
All right. Anthony, you are up next.
Another reminder from last week. So anybody that subs between when it was available, so people that have already subbed, you're in, and May 30th is going to be entered to win a on-stream one-shot. The first Thursday of every month, we're going to take turns as characters running one-shots for our fans. I'm going to be doing the first one on June 3rd. So anybody that subs between now and May 30th, you are just automatically entered. And the stream before that, the Sunday before that, we're gonna pull the names for the people that are gonna be in. You'll get DM'd and we'll go from there. So all 5. So yep, anybody that subs, you're automatically entered. It's gonna be great. I love one shots. Yes. So we'll have a good time.
Yeah, we'll announce that when we come back from the break on that Sunday, May 30th. No other announcements today. It's a short one. This Thursday we will have how to be a good player starting at 7:00 sharp, running till about 9. So I believe I have Costo, Cypher, Tullen. That's who we have. That may change. There will be 4 of us here, so that's all you really got to worry about. But we will be here Thursday, 7:00 sharp to start that out. Other than that, I'm going to pass it back over to Jake, Jake, and we will, he's going to do our recap, and we're going to jump right back into it.
So last episode, I'll give a brief description of the whole thing. We saw our party of adventurers meet and treat with the town of Myconids, a race of large sentient mushrooms. The Myconids were recent victims of a goblin attack and agreed to reward the party for removing this threat for them. The party backtracks the tunnels to find these goblins and meet their greatest threat, a hole. Costo becomes a fallen paladin, and Leonard learns that parkour is not for him. Traversing the dangerous tunnels led the party to an ancient tomb filled with goblins. A battle ensues, and when it is all but over, a new threat arrives. A pack of teleporting spiders. Irritatingly, the spiders disappeared, and the party discovered the tomb held some magical artifacts, and Costo received a mysterious message in his journal. The party returns to the tunnels and hears the clamor of battle.
Yo, can I just give props real quick to that fallen paladin joke? Like that is
fantastic.
Great.
That is
Costo doesn't like puns, but Anthony does, and that was good.
like grade A humor right there. Like
I literally would not have gotten that if you didn't say anything. So thank you so much.
Was that Jaeger or Tim speaking?
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to write that one down.
That was great. So, as we left off, you guys are coming down the hall, just passing the T in the hallway where you had originally made the right, then crossed back to the left, and you hear the sounds of fighting and shouting coming from the Myconid cave.
I said when we finish up the last, I just start running towards the sound of fighting.
What's going on? Why is there fighting?
That doesn't sound good. I just take off.
I grab my globe. I hold it.
I'm tying the goblin heads to my waist, and I tell Leonard, "Let's hurry and assess the situation."
So you're like, as you run, you're like tying them and they're bouncing all over the place.
Leonard's trying to sidestep the blood drips as he's running behind him.
Kias, where are you in relation to Cypher?
Kias is not running anywhere. So he's most likely bringing up the rear and probably like a good 10, 15 feet in the rear.
Okay. So as you heard, I was more concerned about were you getting blood splattered on you?
Goblin blood. He is nowhere near that for sure.
So who would be first into this fray? I know we have Cypher and Costo, probably Tullen.
I'd be trying.
Right.
I
believe I was behind Costo, but I can't remember.
You guys were just in like a pack
we didn't really
moving.
leave. Yeah, we didn't like leave the cave that in any particular order.
No, it's wide enough at this point. You guys can walk like a couple across. So I just assumed you were in like a large amorphous group. But who would be rushing to get there first?
Jaeger
definitely
would.
tell him.
Okay. So as the group of you, I guess minus Kias, get into the cave first, you see one of the spiders, the blue and white spiders that you had fought,
Fantastic.
appear, hit one of these reanimated goblins, and just the goblin, instead of fighting as much as you would think it would, just kind of wraps up and they tumble. You watch them tumble over the edge of the cliff. You see two other goblins fighting another spider. They are backed up against the wall. The spider kind of pinning them into that wall. So you've seen two spiders so far as you rush into the cave. The spider and the goblins are on your left as you step out onto that 10-foot ledge.
I was gonna say, we're getting to that same ledge and we're seeing this.
Yeah. You see it in the hallway coming down to it. You see that tumble. And as you come out, step into that ledge, you see the spider on your left. The path leading down on your right-hand side.
Do we see like that Myconid king or the dude that we were talking to earlier? Is he up here or is he back? We don't know.
You only see those goblins, those reanimated goblins up here. You can see movement from up here, but it's down too deep for you to get a read on exactly who is what and where.
Yeah. Jaeger won't hesitate. He'll assess the situation and immediately start firing on the spiders.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you only see
How far are the spider? How far is that one spider from us?
As you step out, it's right on your left-hand side. It's like right there.
Yeah.
This ledge is only 10 feet wide, so as you step out of the doorway, can only be 5 feet from you.
I duck as Jaeger fires a crossbow bolt over my head.
Okay.
And no matter how close they are, because of crossbow expert, I can shoot without disadvantage.
Okay.
So am I making an attack here?
Yes, you are.
All right, let's do that. Ooh, well, that'll probably hit. That's a 22.
That hits. You watch a bolt zip by Costo right over your head as it impacts the spider. As you see it hit, it rocks away from you, and you can see gashes and tears from what appear to be the claws of these goblins. It takes the bolt to the side and just tumbles gently down over the edge of the cliff.
And then you said that there was a second one, right?
Oh, the second one had already tumbled.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is there, other than the pathway down, is there like anything like ladders or anything to get down? It's a 30-foot fall, I think, from the top of this ledge to the bottom.
It's like a 60-foot fall.
No, there's no ladders or anything, right?
No,
it's just the weave around.
10-foot wide path 10-foot wide path that just loops. It like spirals down the outside edge of the cavern, ending almost like opposite you. It's such a long.
I follow it as it tumbles down, and I look down the side of the cliff. Can I see one or either or both?
So you look down, like if you walk straight out and you look straight down, you see that goblin. The body of the goblin is like broken and mangled. You see the spider beside it, cracked blood, and that one is dead. You cannot see the one Jaeger shot from where you are.
That's I was looking for the live one that the one that Jaeger just shot.
If you move over, you can see it has the bolt sticking out of it. It's like bounced and rolled and tumbled and is broken pretty much at the bottom of this cliff.
Does it still moving?
No.
Either way, can I take my Morning Star and try to hit the side of the cliff and throw rubble down onto it the 60 feet?
Make an attack roll.
Sick.
Can I see him doing that?
You can see him doing it, yeah, but
Can I step back away just in case he crumbles the whole cliff?
you're back
20.
far enough away.
Okay. Good.
23.
Okay. Yeah, you impact the side of that cliff. Rubble begins to break off right where you're standing.
I take a step back and just like kick that weakened section to try to throw like a boulder down onto it.
Yeah, you watch. I mean, they're not boulders, but they're pretty decent sized rocks.
It's like just a slab.
Yeah.
It's falling 60 feet. It'll hurt if it's still alive.
As they tumble, you watch it impact what would be the abdomen, the back end of the spider, the big bulbous end, and it just impacts and just blows a greenish, gooey gut liquid across the floor.
Look back at Jaeger. I think we got that one.
I reach into my backpack.
Okay.
And I pull out a rope and
Okay.
I toss it to Costo. Catch, and hold on to that and Seifer, go, and like go down.
All right. I guess running towards the edge of the cliff. Kies is still like closer towards the back, right?
No, he's right on the edge of the cliff.
No. Me?
Yes.
Oh, Kies is,
Kies.
yeah.
Kies would have caught up by now.
Yeah.
Right? He did a lot.
Kies
Alright,
is just
just
like
making sure,
making
yeah.
his way in right now. He's
Sauntering.
hasn't seen any spiders. He got there just in time not to see any spiders.
All right. Running forward, I will say, all right, let's stay together and not get separated. We know there's at least 3, and I will. I suppose Costa was holding the rope, correct? And that's.
I have a
what
rope
looks
in
like-
my hand.
All right.
We're going down. Dear.
We're going down.
I don't mean to interrupt whatever plan you guys concocted before I got here, but can't we just walk down?
It'll take too long.
I'm with Fancy Pants.
They look dead.
How long
Repelling
is
might
the
not
rope?
be the safest.
50 feet.
It should be a 50-foot rope.
So it's 50 feet.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
like
If you need me to check,
tossing
I
the
can
other
go.
end? Are you like tossing the other end down?
No, Kia says that, and like, I look down, and one's splattered and the other one's not moving. So I just like look back at the group and like, maybe we can just walk.
Oh,
I think the 2 at the bottom are dead. Plus they teleport, so
It won't matter.
it won't really matter. Whereas if Cypher gets teleported too while he's halfway down the rope, he's completely screwed. So probably just walk.
Too.
it was a thought.
At
Reach
least
out for the
lower me
rope
there.
back.
There is movement in the
Yeah, I just
floor
like
back.
hand him the rope back. I'm like, I think we can all take a breath.
All right.
You hear echoing through the cavern, but you
Clicking
can't.
noise.
Was it that spider noise that you just
Yeah.
made again?
Yeah, we didn't get that.
Out a bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All looks around like crazy-eyed, paranoid.
You hear uncomfortable silence.
Yeah, you hear the ticking of the spider.
I'm gonna tap Tellen on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, should we? Do you want to go down there now?"
I mean,
You
I can
can't-
get down there pretty fast.
You can't tell where it's coming from. It could be above you. It could be beside. It's echoing through the caverns. You're hearing it from multiple different angles.
Spider could be anywhere. Like, I really don't know what to do here. They're kind of better spiders than I am.
Well, I feel like we have to get down there, and I don't think anybody wants to fall again. So, and then I'll just kind of start like inching my way towards the path, like looking back at the group, like, "Are you guys coming? You guys coming with us?"
I just
Oh,
start
they-
stepping.
Don't put
Yeah.
yourself down like that. No one is a better spider than you.
I can
You are the best
teleport.
spider.
It's
Jaeger will-
insane.
Jaeger will clasp you on the shoulder and go, "You're the best spider I've met in a long time."
Thank you.
I second this statement. This is true.
That means a lot coming from you. Thank you.
So who is leading? Alejandro's in front of the party at this point. Head on the edge of the path where it begins to slope downwards.
I was walking with Alejandra. I'm sort of like right behind.
Okay.
I'll follow.
Would I be able to, I suppose, just for safety purposes, move in front of her and a little ahead of the group?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I like.
Alejandro's like, yeah, go.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
go
I
right
just-
ahead of me. That's fine. I really
pretty
do not mind.
pleased.
Yeah, I just didn't know how wide this path was.
It's
Oh,
it's
okay.
maintains the 10 foot for the most part to kind of wind down.
I Seifer moves to the front. I kind of like take up position towards like the back of the group.
Suffer, do you have your sword out?
Yeah, both of them.
Which
I tap.
two?
The dwarven one and one of the older ones.
Okay.
I tapped the older one with light, and so now he's got a lit sword.
That sword is
This'll
lit.
do. Thank
Lit,
you.
bro.
Lit, bro.
And I'll kind of hold that one forward to
Okay.
give the party some light.
All right. As you make your way down, you can see this colony of mushrooms headed in your direction. Flanked above them on the wall is a blue and white spider just kind of crawling along with them, keeping pace.
Does it look hostile?
I mean, it's a giant spider, yeah. It looks really hostile.
We've attacked it a couple.
guess,
It's
like-
attacked us a couple of times.
I guess like what I'm more meaning is, does it look like it's following them like when a dog follows them, or does it look like it's stalking them like a cougar or something?
Both. It looks like it's
is
moving,
in-
keeping pace. So you can't tell if it is like trying to like time out to like drop, or if it's like it's not behind them like it's following them like a puppy. It's like keeping pace even with them as it circles.
What's the range on it?
On what?
Like how far? Like we see
It's
that, but
like
like is it
20
like what
feet.
100? Okay.
It-
No,
uh,
like
look-
from us.
Oh yeah, it's you're looking at like 200 feet.
Gotcha.
I'd say probably about 100 feet. Yeah, 20
it's
squares.
just walking with these people.
It's not
Just-
like just like walking. It's like you can see like scurry, and then it's like turns. So it'll like scurry along the wall and then like turn and kind of like look down at them, and then like move a little bit and like rear up and then move. So it's like it's not like just like walking. It's like scurry, like a spider getting ready, like a tarantula. How they move sideways and then stop and look at whatever they're looking at, and then turn and run and then turn back and look.
And
I hope these things weren't their pets.
Nah, I don't think that's the case.
I-
Seifer, pick it up.
I mean, can I try and do the mind link thing that we did with the mushroom before? Like, just see if he can hear me.
Rain blast.
Is that possible?
So you're just gonna like send your thoughts out to the mushroom.
Yeah.
You get no response.
Okay.
Hearing Costa say pick it up.
Yeah, I literally yell at you to pick it up.
Yeah, turn around, nod, and begin to just full on just start booking it.
Oh,
So-
we're running.
straightforward.
Okay.
So you're like weapons out running at this point.
Pick it up. Yeah, I like try to like coax the group to get down faster because we saw 3 spiders. This 2 are dead. This is the 3rd. So I'm like, let's go kill it.
Cypher's dead sprinting, like going.
Yeah,
Oh,
going.
I'm just like, Alejandro, can I go in front of you for a second? It's just if I do this behind you, it might throw you off.
Nope, go for
Okay.
it.
I go in front of her and then I turn into a horse.
Yes.
Can I? Hey, Tullen friend.
You watch
You wanna-
as Tullen runs like around you and then just begins to like morph, and his hands hit the ground, and then like the next stride you hear the gallop of 4 hooves as they clack down the Just they're
Brave.
way down.
I guess
brave.
unless Tullen turns around and looks at me to jump on him, I'm probably just gonna start running as fast as I can.
I'll let you jump on me. Sure.
Make a
Oh, no.
make an acrobatics check. Because you're doing this at sprint.
Hey, 19.
Nice.
19. Do you have a saddle on, Tullen?
I cannot. I'm just all
Are-
my equipment gets just into me.
Okay. You manage to like run and jump, and not gracefully. Like you're like belly over the side of Tullen, kicking your feet before you do manage to like scramble up, pulling his mane, just like climbing up. As you get on top, though, the horse just gently flips his bangs back.
Yeah. Long blonde mane.
God.
Go! God, yeah!
Yeah.
So what is your speed as a horse?
60.
Okay.
Yeah.
Insane.
So within the first few seconds, Cypher, you're moving. You just hear this gallop come up and pass you. Are you passing on the left side or the right side? Like the wall side or the outside? The cliff side? Tullen, which way are you trying to
So
go?
we're going here.
You're
I
like,
feel like I am a horse, and I feel like I should go near the wall, because if I fall, that's very bad. And I think Cypher's okay.
and if
Yeah,
Cypher falls,
the
it's
right
on-
side is closer towards the cliff, right?
Yeah, no, you're like to your left is drop off, to your right is wall.
Okay, he'll go closer towards the drop off. He's more
Okay.
inclined to.
All right.
I'll dash to keep up with the horse so that it looks like I'm just as fast as a horse.
You see with great effort as Jaeger really, a bow just swinging around, his crossbow just swinging as he runs as fast as he can. Tullen just gently galloping down the road. Cypher, you keeping your sword out in front?
Sorry, my internet cut out for a second.
So are you? Ooh.
Oh,
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Where'd he go?
We're gonna
His
get
internet cut out a lot.
What is happening?
Hold on, we're good. He's
We're
back.
back.
Is this
We're
wild
back.
magic?
Wild magic search.
Do not blame Oleandra for that one.
Do you have your
Watch rolls.
What'd you do?
Light sword.
Yeah.
Did you have your
So
potassium today?
What the heck?
So, do you have your swords out as you are running?
Yeah, like the swords are like out towards the side as I'm running,
Okay.
and I'm
Naruto
holding the
running.
one with light a little further ahead.
So like Naruto running?
Not Naruto running, but like off to the side instead of to the back.
Okay. All right. As you are moving, you can see the mushrooms are the myconids are kind of forming around their leader, and you can see mushrooms now with spikes on their arms, as well as a few with what look like rudimentary spears, moving towards the front of the group. They're about 60 feet out in front of Tullen. It's about 90 feet out in front of Cypher.
You may be walking into a misunderstanding.
No, they're pointing the spears at us or the spider.
They're not like really pointing. They're like more moving forward.
Gotcha.
At this point, you see them like shuffling through each other and around each other.
Spider's bad. Kill the spider. I'm running as fast. I don't know if it's considered dashing or not. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep up.
Right. Well, Leonard
Everyone
and
else like
Kia,
tearing down.
are you guys like sprinting? Are you
I look at
dashing? Are you
Kia.
like just
look
moving
at-
along?
I look at Kias. I'm like, I'm not really much of a runner. You?
I am definitely not much of a runner.
Shall we? And I just kind of wave at him.
We'll just skip together.
At this point, you guys are like 120 feet from Costo, who would be in front of you. So you guys are like in the back, kind of just letting everyone just kind of move ahead of you.
I can keep up with them anyways.
Yeah, they are so fast. I also think they are running in to make really bad decisions.
We're gonna have to save them later.
Yes, obviously. That is what I always have to do, apparently.
So as you, Tullen and Alejandra, as you get, you guys are coming up, within 30 feet of these myconids. Just hauling ass.
Well, once I get closer, I'll start to like slow down. So
And
I'm not trying to ram them.
I will yell, "We're here to help. We finished the goblins, and then we heard commotion. We came back." I will say that out loud, not trying to do the mind thingy again.
Okay.
I neigh.
I neigh.
Convincingly. So you hear Tullen neigh and Alejandra shout out. As you can see, the Myconid's leader being not pulled, but like he's moving backwards through this group. It is more and more getting armed in front of you. Cypher, as they come to a stop, you're coming up to catch up even with them.
Okay, and just asking again for reference, the spider, is that between us and the Myconids, or is the spider further ahead?
It's like between you and the Myconids a little bit. It's maybe 5 feet in front of this, and it's kind of like it's on the wall and it's looking straight down. It's 30 feet up on the wall, and
okay.
it's looking down, and it's like turning between the Myconids and the group.
Okay, I will, if possible, stop somewhat like directly underneath the spider and not take my eyes off of it.
Okay, so you're running you're in melee range with the Myconids at this point.
Oh, I am.
If you're trying to get like right up in front.
A little before that, I'd say.
Okay.
I would assume I'm there as well, right?
You're still a little bit behind them because of the marching order you guys were in.
Gotcha.
So you're like probably 40-ish feet coming up into that group.
Mm-hmm.
40-ish feet from
I'll-
the beginning of the mic, and it's about 10 feet behind Tullen and Alejandra.
I'll stop at 25 feet behind the rest of the party.
Okay. So you're like 55 feet from the front of the Myconids.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I like this one bit.
So where are you? Tullen and Alejandra are 30 feet away. Where you want to stop? How far from the Myconid party, Cypher?
I'd say somewhere between 10 to 15 feet. You said, like, I don't want to get too close to the point where they could hit me,
Right.
but close enough to the spider to draw its attention.
Okay. So you're 15 feet. They're armed with spears, so they'd be able to hit you like 10 feet. So you want to be like that 15 feet away. So you're maybe 10 feet. You're 15 feet in front of Tullen and Alejandra. Costo, you're just passing Jaeger at this point as you're sprinting down the hill.
So I want to get up to basically even with those guys. So just like with Cypher, Alejandra, and Horse Bang Tullen.
There's 15 feet between Cypher and
I just go all the way. Then I just go all the way up to Cypher.
Okay.
And what does that put us at? Like 30 feet to the spider.
40-ish feet from the spider. The spider is up 30 feet and over 10 feet.
Can I pull out one of my daggers, cast light on it, and whip it at the spider?
Make an attack. Are you trying to stick it or just like get it in the wall?
If I hit the spider, great. If I miss, then at least there's a light source on the wall where the spider is.
Okay, make an attack roll. So I'm gonna give you 2 different DCs, one to stick in the wall and one to hit the spider. Just so you know.
Gotcha. What is my? Sorry, hold on. I don't have the dagger like on. I just don't know what. So it'd be just D20 plus my dex, right?
Yep. All right, in your
plus proficiency.
yeah,
I'm proficient.
dex plus prof.
That's 20. Woo!
Natural 20.
Natural 20, which puts me at
you're
a
good.
24.
Oh yeah.
You fling you watch this dagger light up and get flung up, and it sticks in the spider, who immediately turns toward Cypher and Costo at this point, and blinks
If it
out of
oh,
existence.
sorry, God. I was gonna say if it matters, that's 6 points of damage.
Okay, 6. So it is sticking in like the spot between its head and its like body, and you can see it glowing, but and then it just winks out of existence. The Myconids, though, however, are like, they're putting serious warriors in front of you at this point. These, the mushrooms moving up through are heavy, large, not large as in tall, but large in like wide. With their arms have spikes and have like thick, what look like mushroom caps on the arms.
Why?
Go ahead.
Why are you prepping to fight us? We were just here. We're returning as we discussed.
No one answers you. The Myconid Sovereign at this point is like a good 60 feet back from the front lines. And nobody's moving in your direction, but there is like a solid defensive wall in front of you.
I see him at this point.
You can see him, yeah.
Can I try and cast message and say we're back? We did what we discussed.
Yeah.
And see if he turns around or anything.
He's
Just
looking
say-
right at you guys.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely try it.
Yeah. So I'll cast message, and I'll say, we did what we discussed, and we're peaceful. We do not wish to harm you. If anything, we came back because we heard the commotion and we were worried.
So it takes a while before you hear message. Does message have a reply?
I think they can reply once.
Yeah, you can reply to that message.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
You can reply to this message.
Leave a message at the tone. Beep.
Like this to reply.
okay.
He's like, oops, I hit reply all, and like everybody hears it.
And,
Almighty.
and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. Yeah.
You hear, in a very angry tone, you bring violence.
So I'll relay that to the party, and I'll keep talking to him in his head and say, we do not bring violence. They attacked us while we were trying to deal with the goblins. We do not bring you violence.
Wait, you relayed his message? Like you told us that he.
Yeah. So essentially, it's I cast it, he replies, I turn around, I say what he said, I turn back, and I cast again.
He just says again.
And still no.
Go ahead.
I
Cypher?
was gonna ask, and we like some time has passed and we don't hear the spiders at all.
You can hear reverberating every so often that tick, 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 that crackling spider noise.
And we can't tell like how far it is.
It's reverbing through that cavern. You can't hear anything directly like beside you, so it's not like right on in between you and Costo, but you can hear it reverbing through so every so often.
Okay. As Alejandro relays the message, Cypher will continue to glance around, trying to see if the spider's near at all, but he'll like slowly lower his weapons.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Costa.
I was so like I hear so Alejandro relays that message, and I just kind of I don't drop them or anything, but I lower my weapons and I just yell to the Myconid leader like, "You requested violence. We did the goblin killing. You requested the violence."
I hear Costo say that, I will specify in my next message and say, we bring proof that we defeated the goblins for you. If you just get, I
Hold
can
on
bring
to
it
that.
over. Yeah.
Leonard and Kias, at this point, you are like, before she sends that second message, you are just coming up to like the back of the party with your nice slow walk. So you pass Jaeger, and you're like in between Jaeger and Horst, Holland, and Alejandra. And if you desire to pass Jaeger. So what are you two going to do in this?
I will keep walking past Jaeger and I say, Jaeger, I'm not used to you just hanging in the back here. Are you scared of spiders?
I want to be real honest with you. I got majorly messed up in that last fight.
This is like self-preservation mode.
Yeah, just because I'm made of metal doesn't mean I don't value my own life. I am weary of these people. Honestly, it seems like we're on our way to a major discommunication.
He protect, he attack, sadly cannot snack.
Good.
Oh, you cannot.
Are you still riding Horst, Holland?
Just a horse.
Am I still? Yeah.
Are you still riding Horst, Holland?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm like trying to make, when I'm casting message as well, I'm trying to make it obvious to the party that I am doing this. So I'll have like one arm out and I will be like very dramatically pointing while trying to also seem nice and not threatening, but like making it very obvious to the party that like, hey, I'm communicating. Everybody just relax for 1 second.
This is such a mom thing.
Yes, just like you know when like your mom hits the, or like somebody hits the brakes and brake checks them too hard, they just like, your mom thinks that their arm is gonna save you in the passenger seat kind of thing. That's what I'm doing, even though there's nobody there because I'm on a horse.
I raise my hand to Jaeger's crossbow and just slightly try to nudge it down. I think we can just calm with the cocked bows. We can just maybe take a moment.
You see the spider, light and all, materialize right in front of Cypher and Costo. Cypher and Costo, make me a perception check.
Ooh, okay.
Oh god, apparently I don't know how alphabets work. There we go.
That's a 15.
13?
Okay. Cypher, you notice right away the space around the dagger. There are little purple mushrooms growing, and the 8 black eyes of the spider are glazed over white. And at the joints around the legs, you can see these small mushrooms.
So
I knew it.
is it like close to like what we saw with the goblins earlier, where there were like mushrooms on the goblins?
Yes, but these aren't as grown. These look like very an inch tall, maybe a little less. So these are like just sprouting.
Okay.
You can
Seeing
see
the spider.
Costo, you can make out though battle like cuts across it that are should be bleeding but aren't, and you can see what looks like a fuzzy mold growing through them.
Interesting.
All lit up by your dagger sticking out of the back of it.
Is it doing anything right now? Or is it just sitting in front of us?
It's like reared up, ready to like lunge, but it hasn't made it didn't like appear and attack. It's like in between you guys and the front row of the Myconids.
Can I like inch towards it? Can I like rehang my Morning Star on my side and like inch towards it like what's the word I'm looking for?
Like non-threateningly?
I wanted to say timidly, but like I'm like inching towards it, like I'm gonna like try to pull the like I'm
How
like
to train your dragon.
Yeah, like How to Train Your Dragon, kind of like I'm like, whoa, Bessie, whoa,
Jurassic World.
Train your spider.
whoa, Bessie, I'm gonna pull that dagger out.
Just get one of the
sorry.
clickers, like
I just go
As he's doing that, am I able? Can I like put my arm up in front of him slowly and like stop him from moving too like forward?
No, I'm going right past you. You can try. I want to go pull the dagger. I want to go pull the dagger out as like a sign of like, oh,
So
I
when you
fucked
bring
up.
your arm up, you're bringing like a sword out and across.
No, angling it downwards, making sure like, because at this point, Cypher thought like the Myconids were like also putting up a defensive line with them. Now he's like, oh, maybe that's not the case. I'm not going to be as threatening with this.
Okay, but you still have your sword in your hand as you bring it up.
Yeah, just pointing it downwards in a way.
But
Make
what does this?
make a performance check.
Oh dear.
While this is happening, Jaeger will just call out, "Drop your weapons. Maybe they think we're not okay."
I agree with Jaeger.
What's your?
I
What's
didn't
your
drop mine, but I
performance
re-hung
check?
mine.
I looked down at my hooves.
4.
Can't sheath them.
Is that with? Do you have any mods to that, or is that just?
That
still
is
have
a solid
inspiration?
+1. I rolled a 3.
Okay.
No, he does.
Shit.
As you bring the sword up, you don't like. It's not like real slow as you think it is. You like snap that sword out there, and the spider immediately turns and lunges at you.
Oosh.
That's a 17 to hit.
17. Let's see.
How far
that
is
will hit.
Cypher from me?
About 45 feet.
Okay, never mind.
17 hit.
Uh-huh.
This spider just impacts you in the chest. Gnashing at you. But it doesn't just sink its teeth right in it, but it hits you and just lays you onto your feet, and it is above you. Teeth right at your chest, like ready to just dig down in, but it's kind of holding itself right there.
I go to like, because now it's like right next to me on top of him, right?
Yeah.
I go to just like pull the dagger out and pet it.
Sorry. Oh wait, what's this thing in front
Again.
of me?
Cautiously.
Cypher will like.
I don't have a weapon in my hand.
Alejandra, how's that talk going?
I don't know. So she's gonna say to the sovereign leader this time and be like, "Look at his belt. We brought the heads for proof that they will no longer be an issue. We are only here to show you that we completed what we discussed, and if it is this big of a problem, we will leave again. We do not intend violence."
And yet, you bring violence and weapons.
We had weapons with us when we were here.
Make
We
a
only-
persuasion check. At disadvantage.
Also just wants to kill the
Believe-
Myconids now.
Not a good idea.
There's like 100 of them.
Oh no,
All
we'd be
over the
totally
place.
screwed. No, I want to. Doesn't
I'm a
mean I'm
horse.
going to.
I'm not gonna die.
I'm a horse. I'm not gonna die.
The Infinity Horse, the legendary
You're a
horse.
horse.
What are they gonna do? Catch me?
At this,
One of them is a 21.
And what's the other one?
The other one's a 5 because I rolled a nat 1.
Okay.
Roll.
much.
Oh, this is the worst outcome.
So what was your last message?
My last message would have been, we had them last time and put them away.
At this point, you hear booming back in your head, "Enough," and all of the mushrooms move up 5 feet. They literally, like in one unison, like a phalanx almost, move up 5 feet.
Time to go.
Okay, I'm gonna ask and be like, do you just want us to leave?
Enough, and they move 5 more feet.
Is this happening the same time I'm trying to pull the dagger out and pet the spider?
Yeah, you managed to grab and just yank the dagger out of the spider. There's resistance to it, and when you pull it out, there's no blood. Like, not like a living creature. Like there's like residual chunks of stuff and coagulated looking blood, but it's like not like bleeding. And it still hasn't attacked Cypher yet.
I'm gonna look at Cypher and be like, Cypher, put your sword down. Okay, so I'm gonna say, can you please put your sword away and grab one of the heads and just hold it up really slowly, please.
Well, hearing that, I will just drop both of my swords, like still laying on the ground, and just slowly reach, because I don't know if the spider's gonna like attack me or not.
And then I'll look back and say, please look, we fixed your goblin problem. That's all we wanted to show you. Now we can leave.
The spider ports, like literally just like materializes out, and a few seconds later appears on the wall right above Alejandra and Tullen horse. And it's like
I shift and look at it.
It's like stuck on the wall, like right above you.
We need to go right now. Right now.
As the Myconid Sovereign begins to move forward, Cypher and Costo, you're the first to hear in your heads like booming in your heads, and you can hear the anger in this creature's voice like coming into your mind. I thank you for defeating small dwarves, goblins. You bring violence. Why?
Yeah.
Slowly pushing myself up, like leaning on my elbows, I'll glance over the Costo and just like, kind of like, oh, what do we do here? Give him a look.
Is he like slowly? He's like moving forward.
Yes. He's like you can see the warriors kind of moving around him. Well, what looks like warriors.
Yeah, they're kind of like just like moving. They're like letting him through almost.
Literally letting him
I
through.
just yeah, like I reply in my head, but like I kind of like match his like his like I'm like we had a deal. We came to collect on it. And now we're being attacked. Like I'm pissed about this. So like I kind of like match. I'm not yelling back at him, but I'm like kind of like matching his tone. Like our deal was violence. We killed the goblins. You're welcome. And now you show hostility to us. We fought these spiders with the goblins. We did not know they were with you.
Did I
Like I'm saying this like sternly. Like we had a deal, dude.
Did I hear what they heard as a reply to the whisper or as
No.
a reply to the message? Okay.
No, you can. They're since
Separate
they're
thing.
in
I just
front.
wanted to make sure.
They're like it's all yeah. They're within range.
It's like a
of them
range.
to
It's like
hear.
it's like a spore range thing.
It hasn't like
with the
diffused
juice.
out to the rest of us yet.
No. You hear the next reply, still in that angry voice. I tell enough. No, listen. Enough.
Cypher, what's happening? I don't like this.
And he's like still moving forward, but he's keeping like a space in between the front of you guys. Cypher, are you up on your feet?
How close are the Myconids to me?
Like right
I think like
on
5,
your
10 feet.
No, they're square on a battle mat. They're right next to you.
All right. No sudden movement, so he's just crouching to the ground. And hearing Jaeger, he'll like raise his hand back to kind of like let everyone know that the situation is kind of under control. I assume I didn't hear what Costo said to the leader.
No, you wouldn't have heard Costo's reply.
Okay, yeah. To this, Cypher will reply to the leader, and he'll say, I think there's been a misunderstanding. We thought the spiders were attacking and came to help. But if that isn't the case, then we can back off.
Spiders attack. We kill spiders. You attack with weapons.
No reasoning with these things.
He's still moving forward.
So did
I just say to him, like, we'll just take our trinkets and go. I'm over this. We've fulfilled our deal. You fulfill yours, and we'll be done now.
You see him turn and like wave, like what looks like an arm. Just kind of waves it.
It looks
and then,
like an arm.
Summons something up. I mean, it's a mushroom, so
Mushroom stump.
Tentacle.
at this point, he's got up enough. Leonard and Kias, Jaeger, have you moved up at all, or are you just still holding that position?
I want to keep within 100 feet of the leader.
Okay.
So wherever that puts me in relevant space to the rest of the party.
You would have had to move like way up at the beginning, and then like you've been backing up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I said I wanted to be within 30 feet of where that spider was.
You were at first, and then it poured it. Well, you wanted to be 25 feet behind.
party.
Yeah, 30 feet
Alejandra and
behind
Tullen.
Alejandra and Tullen. So that puts you at that point 70 feet from the front of the line.
I will move up my full movement now if I can, or like
Okay.
along the process I will just simply move up 30 feet.
Okay. Kias and Leonard, where are you guys in relation to this?
Would have walked forward by, I don't know, somewhere between Jaeger and the front line of the party.
Okay. So, like, where are you in relation to Tullen and Alejandra?
What's the distance between Cypher and Jaeger? What's that space gap?
If he moved
Like
up 30
60
feet,
feet-ish?
now if he moved up 30 feet, he'd be like probably 15 feet from Tullen and.
Okay, well, I'll probably be next to Tullen and
Okay.
and Alejandra.
Everyone congregate by the horse.
Yeah.
Also,
Horse is safe.
Our banner horse.
also, could I perhaps make a perception check to see if there's anything coming from behind us?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Gotcha.
You have Kias
Okay,
coming from
not
behind
the
you.
best. That's an 8, so
Dum, dum,
never
dum.
mind.
You don't really notice anything back there. You're so kind of caught up in the situation that if
dark.
anything would be coming from behind, yeah, it's not something you'd see. Kias, where are you?
So, Kias, I would like to have him disguise self to look exactly like himself, but with like purple mushrooms coming out of his clothing,
Okay.
kind of like on the spider. So just mushroom like. And he's going to just keep marching like right up to the front.
Okay.
As close as I can get, while this is happening, and just keep walking forward.
Okay.
Do I smell any myconid fart yet?
No.
You Tullen and I smell any myconid fart
Yeah.
yet.
Just as Leonard. So everybody at this point, as he's moving forward, everyone hears this next part boom into their heads. I tell her enough. She use magic. I tell enough.
I was just communicating with him because we couldn't hear him.
Do we perhaps do we know that he's talking about Alejandra?
It should be the only she.
And she was making it pretty obvious with the hand motion.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
like
we'd
I
all
said,
be
I
able to
was doing
infer
it
that.
Very obviously.
Just like
so
in
you
the back
guys
of my
knew.
head, I thought that perhaps there's a chance that he's talking about like the mind foreman, but whatever.
Yeah.
No,
I
you
guess
can
I'll-
definitely figure out that there's only one she here.
Yeah.
And,
Gotcha.
and a bunch of mushroom people that are I don't know what
apparently pissed.
They use they. We.
They can have multiple genders, so
I guess
They-
I'll
Reproduced by spores.
Yeah.
I'll reply and I'll just say I apologize. I just did not know how to communicate with you otherwise. It is harmless, just as how you're communicating with us now. I just wanted you to know that we weren't hostile and we completed the task at hand and that you would be safe from the green dwarves, as you call them. That was all. And I'll say it out loud so that way the group can hear me.
And yet I say enough, and you continue.
I
And
genuinely...
this is like super pissed. Like he is sounding super pissed at this point.
I genuinely did not understand that you
And
specifically
as
meant
soon
me.
as you start talking, it booms, almost giving you a headache. Enough.
okay. I think it's time for us to go. Leave the heads, and we'll just walk backwards. What do you guys say, guys?
We're taking our trinkets.
We need the heads because we need them for Miriam.
Huh.
We're getting our trinkets.
Leave
It was
one.
the deal.
We'll keep one head.
I'm just gonna look at Costa and be like, then you talk to him.
Working on it.
I think we're done here.
Are you saying that out loud or to the in your head?
Out loud.
Okay.
I'm just yelling out to the rest of the party. I think we're done here.
In a minute.
In a minute.
Slowly getting up, taking a step
Cypher,
back.
just as you start to like push up off the ground, you hear booming in your head, you come. And the Myconids in front reach out to like clasp your hand to help you up. And move out in front of Cypher and Costo.
But very hesitantly, like, grab it by would be the forearm. And
Yeah. And they help you up. That spider is still on the wall above you. You're watching, anyone who's watching can see that the mushrooms are growing visibly. Like you could sit and watch one and like
in
watch
size?
it grow. Yes. And in number. You
Costo, leave it.
You can see the spores, like what looked like the mold across the things is starting to like grow the little nubs that like look like almost like dandelions. Like it's becoming a little mold forest as it stands there. Like you can see this process take it.
Interesting.
Cypher, you okay up there?
I mean, I'm sitting right next to him.
I believe I am.
I just say, oh, sorry, good.
Confused.
I just say in my head again back to the Myconid leader, like, give us our trinkets so we can leave.
Come.
I walk forward.
Okay. Cypher, you
In much to
following?
Jaeger's dismay.
Yeah, he'll like glance back towards the party very hesitantly, look down at his swords, take a look around them, and just follow without picking them back up.
You still have one
We'll
on you, it's
all the
fine.
Heads in hand.
You have like so they're like tied together, so it's like a string of heads.
Yeah.
Casually.
Barbarian. What? He needs a string of heads on it. He should just keep them.
I mean, skulls at least. Bury him for a week, dig him back up. As you move
Dump
your
some
way
ants on
down
'em.
through the Myconids, they move out of your way until you're face to face with the Sovereign. You can hear in your heads, as agreed, and he gives you a bag. It's tied extremely tightly at the top. It's old brown, like stained leather. Looks like came from a group of goblins. But it's about the size of a basketball, maybe a little bigger than a basketball. And it's not like one solid object. You can tell that there's stuff in there. Yes, you were mushrooming. Where are you at this point in relation to the group?
Is in whatever time has passed, however close I can get to that like wall of, well, I guess it's sort of parted, but wall of myconids.
They're like kind of like, you can tell that they're like looking at you quizzically. Costo, Cypher, and Kias, in your head you can hear, we not do to your friend.
Can I see Kias? Can I see
No.
him in the mushrooms?
No.
I look at Cypher and I just like look back at him. I'm like, now I'm confused. Do what to what friend?
We
Let's not try to question it.
know life friend.
Okay. He says noddingly in agreement.
I hear this in my
Okay.
head, right?
Yes, you hear this in your head, and all like they're not like hostile to you, but they kind of like reach out to poke the mushrooms
this
on
guy?
you.
This is brave one. I think in my head, Mr. or Mrs. or before four, I think was his name.
From before, yeah.
From before. I just there's been lots of hostility. I figured I'd take on appearance that was more appeasing towards you to show no hostility. I want to be more friendly. My compadres here came in charging like bull. I don't know if you know what bull is,
I'm a
but
horse.
yes, the one is
I'm a horse.
So
It's in a China shop.
farm animal charging into your space. They genuinely thought there was danger. They underestimate exactly how powerful you are. You can handle spiders yourself. I just want to show friendly. We be friendly to you. And I also remember you said you have some sort of magic food that I am very interested in.
Magic food.
You
Or
had
like
me
a-
to the end, Kiz. You had me
A
to the end.
magic mushroom? What's it?
No, it was their version of wine.
Oh, your version of wine is what you had?
Yeah, you'd asked if they had alcohol, and they said we have magic drink. I think is like.
Oh,
what they
yes.
said.
The myconids in front of you, Kias, after this, they move out of your way in much the same way they let Costo and Cypher pass. At this point, they're kind of stuck where they're at, the myconids, because there's no room for them to, like, backtrack. You can see the ones behind everything, like, filtering down the path, but there's very much... It's like a traffic jam on an on-ramp. You can only go in one of two directions, and both of them are clogged. So you you can hear in your head, and everyone at this point hears, welcome, join us.
No.
I would love to.
No.
I'm gonna like start like petting Tullen, but like cast message while I'm petting him and being like, you can still run pretty fast if we have to, right? I don't really want to be a mushroom.
I'll speak like I'm never gonna reply with the message. I'm speaking psychically back. I'm just like, I can run really fast actually. So, why do you think I turned into a horse?
Of course.
Of course.
Go ahead, Leonard.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
sorry.
creep up because I know Cypher is really attached to his swords, and they're laying on the ground, and they're lit, and so I'm just gonna crouch down with my hands up and reach for it and grab it by the blade and slowly draw them backwards and see if there's any response from the myconids.
None.
Okay, I slowly retrieve them, holding them by the blade, and stick it backwards into the straps of my backpack.
Okay.
And ease up backwards.
Leonard now looks like one of the old army radio operators with two blades sticking up on one side.
Hopefully there's no lightning.
With them splitting, can Cypher and I see Kias now?
Yes.
So when he says come join us, I just like look at the Myconid leader and I just go, you can have him.
I don't know why you guys don't want to join. These are very friendly people.
He has made
Is he
all the
holding
weird
out
friends.
Is he holding out the bag of trinkets or is it just like on the ground?
It's been passed to you by one of the other.
Okay, I just didn't know if I'm holding it, then I just start walking back out of the Myconids. I'm like, thank you,
Okay.
thank you for holding up your end of the deal. Please enjoy, Kias. I just start walking back.
Please enjoy.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Really.
Oh, dear.
As Costo begins to head out, what are you doing, Cypher? Because you're right there with Costo.
Yeah, as Costa starts heading out, Cypher will slowly turn, look to the leader and give him a nod, and then trail behind him. And I assume Kias is just right there. So I mean,
you cross through a small portion of them, so like you can pass Kias in the mix of the mushrooms.
Yeah, I'll pass Kias, put a hand on his shoulder, and say, if that's a disguise, I don't think now is the best time for this. We should probably leave.
I'm just trying to show them respect. You guys come in, they don't like weapons, you come in with weapons.
That much is apparent, but let's not make things worse.
I'm not making things worse, I'm making things better. They have magic drink. Maybe it's delicious.
Time to leave.
Yes, I will carry you back if need be.
Okay, let me just go talk to leader real quick. You got to go up there. Let me just go talk to him real quick. Before.
Do I hear this conversation?
I've already
going on
walked
with the
past him and I just whisper dumbass as I walk past and then just keep walking.
You can hear this, yeah.
I pull out my water skin and I dump out the water and hand this over to Kias and say,
Well, I
"Could
don't
use
think
this?"
I'm near you.
I mean, you'd have to like launch it to him, but you can.
Oh yeah, that's right. But I could turn and I can wave it at Kias. We could use
It's
this.
fine. I go up to from the before. Or from before? Is there the in it?
From before.
From before, and I say, from before, different cultures have different ways of showing respect. Some shake, some bow. Is there a particular way I can show my respect for you?
Turn into a mushroom.
One of us.
We know greeting.
Oh, you know greeting because you're kind of always together. You're always greeted. I kind of get.
We meld.
Now, if I drink some magic drink, would I meld too?
You heal.
Oh, I heal. This sounds like a great drink. Could I have some?
He doesn't say anything, but he turns and you can see a very small Myconid, about 3.5 feet tall and sized, moving up
What the hell?
Taller than me.
moving up through the crowd at this point. And
It's a half minute.
he hands you a what looks like a clear vessel, but when you grab it, it's like fleshy almost, like it's like a plant or like an organism. And inside is a purplish liquid.
This is a very nice gesture. I have friend same size as your friend. They are good to have smaller friends.
He growing.
Ah, yes. I don't think my friend is growing anymore.
Listens into a horse.
He topped out this height.
He
Not everybody is cool.
he creature grow to creature.
Yes, this makes sense, I think.
When Costo gets close to me and Tellen, can I like tap him on the shoulder or wave at him slightly?
Sure.
Okay. Whenever that happens, whenever he's close enough to it.
If I had
right
blood
now.
pressure, it would be.
Yeah, have I got out yet?
Yes.
if Jaeger had a blood pressure, it'd be
Oil
exploding.
pressure.
Hydraulic pressure.
Fluid pressure.
Your squishy bits are under a tremendous amount of stress right now.
I think also Timothy is just having like a hard time right now.
No one is listening. Get out of the danger.
Danger zone.
Horse.
So it's. I mean, I walk all the way back through.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look at you and be like,
I just like look at her and just walk over to Horse Tullen.
The turd just face straight towards him.
He
We
does, yeah, he
have-
just like turns his head and like creepily horse stares at you.
so, and I'm
Horse
gonna say
staring.
this. I'm gonna say this quietly.
I pet his snout.
The weird Tellen's being stroked.
You're a horse.
I'm gonna like very, very quietly look at Costo and Tellen together and be like, we have proof of the goblins. If we can grab a small purple mushroom off of any of their like their companions, the goblins with the mushrooms on them, we need proof for Miriam, because you remember what she said. She said that if we bring back proof and they're dead, then there's no longer a threat. But if we bring back proof that these guys are down here of a mushroom they've never seen, then maybe we can get them to steer clear of this area. Maybe. Either way, I think we should see if we can snag a small mushroom off of one of the drones.
I'm just gonna message. Intermittent.
I know.
I think we've overstepped our bounds. One, mushrooms don't prove living mushrooms. Two, I don't think we can bring back a live one, because that's definitely not gonna happen.
I don't
Wait,
want
can I hear this too, or just Alejandra?
I cannot speak to multiple people at once.
Gotcha. No, that's fine.
I don't want a live one. The spider let Costo pull the dagger out with no problem. What's to say one of us walks past and bumps into a goblin and pulls off
It's like-
a small mushroom?
My response is just like, they're a hive mind, and all of their spores are connected, so they would know. We have our trinkets. We have goblin heads. We should leave. Plus, honestly, they're pissing me off, and I don't really care if the dwarves kill them.
I'm more worried about them killing the dwarves, but okay.
I don't really. I mean, we'll tell the dwarves they're here. If the dwarves get killed, that seems like a their problem scenario.
Okay, I have another idea. So, okay.
We can bring one down and show them, but I'm not trying to steal a little chunk of mushroom. That seems like a terrible idea. You can. I will protect you if they attack you. I would seriously suggest not fucking with the mushroom people.
I agree with your intention. I agree with your intention, but Miriam's like really stubborn. She's like so stubborn, and I don't think it's even worth it. I think we could just yell at her. I think that's the best we got right now.
Just yell at her.
That's the best we really got.
Well then, let's go. And I'll like try and like kick Tellen's sides and be like, yeah.
Bang!
I look back.
Helen, away!
Tellen takes 7 points of
lightly
damage.
Tap, like lightly
Finger,
tap his
away.
sides, like not like just like be like yeah as like a joke.
Yeah.
That's horribly racist.
You're not supposed to kick horses. That's not
Apparently
good for
not.
horses.
I gracefully shake my mane and start just like
Bang.
prancing.
Angry
He
bang
is
flip.
still inside of the mushroom group.
If he dies, he dies.
Dug his own grave.
I will.
Also back there with him, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yes,
as
Cypher's
soon as like
still
he
there.
started heading back, Cypher just stood in place and he's waiting for Kies.
Cypher's a good chaperone. I trust him.
Better than me.
With one sword instead of two.
He's fine.
Only a
Cypher's
bonus
scary
action.
when he's mad.
I will end conversation with from before, and I will say, from before you have been very gracious to us, even though we came barging in. I appreciate all of your hospitality, and we are leaving now. I will say there are other dwarves in this area. They are not green. They are more of I don't know, like white and brown, those kind of colors. Big, like hairy ones. These are more hairy than the other ones. We are going to try to tell them to not come this way, but they can be stubborn. I just want to warn you that those creatures are out there.
You have thanks. We close tunnels.
You are smart from before. And I will turn around and start
Okay.
walking away.
I stay close to Cypher.
And join up with Kies as he like passes by.
Okay. So the two of you make your way out. They kind of move. You can see a large, thin version of mushroom now working its way through the crowd. Still a good ways away, but you can notice this. This is tall, almost as tall as as from before, but very thin, long, thin. Looks like the arm-like appendages, kind of moving up through. As you guys clear out, you rendezvous with Costo, Alejandra, and the horse. Jaeger and Leonard are there as well. So the whole group is now together. You can bring that pressure down.
Let's
Gonna be
get out of here.
He's like Jaeger's like a herding dog. If anybody leaves the room, he gets very concerned. I just
Lightly.
I have the trinkets. I just like smack Tullen on the ass, like, hi ho, Silver, away.
I resist the urge to kick him as hard as I can.
I have a trinket too, but I do not want to be touching it anymore if somebody would like to hold this.
I grab it.
Open my mouth. Just close my mouth.
Leonard just snakes it right out of Tullen's jaws.
And then I kind of sniff it, shake it.
As you shake it, you can hear the liquid slosh just a little bit. There's not enough air in there to get a good sloshing sound, just a little bit. But
It
when
explodes. New character.
when you smell it, it smells almost sickly sweet.
How big is this thing? It's like the
About
size
the
of a
size of like a
squawk.
water skin.
Okay.
It's not like a round object. It almost looks like an eggplant.
Okay.
We all know what eggplants symbolize.
And not that egg, like an actual eggplant. Texting, Jesus.
Is
Solarian text messages.
is the tall, skinny one still coming towards us?
Yeah, there's 4 or 5 of them just kind of moving up through the crowd. As you see from before, turn and walk away, and the hostile-looking ones are backing away as well.
It's Costa's assumption is those are the ones that are gonna try to reseal the cave, so I just kind of keep walking.
Yeah.
So you guys are
Cotton.
who's headed towards? Oh, so you guys are all headed towards the door at this point.
Yeah.
I guess I don't, I guess I don't really get to make the decision unless like
You are directing me.
Can Tellenhorse fit in the cave, like through the tunnel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sick. Okay.
As you go to move in, though, you either have to like get down on Tullenhorse or get off of Tullenhorse.
Darn. Okay. I will hop off of Tellenhorse.
So now you're all on foot. Trailing about 100 feet behind you is that group of mushrooms. Are you headed back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're done here.
Yeah.
Do you have?
Go.
Do you guys have anything you want to talk about on your 40-ish minute journey back to the T?
It's like as we're like going up out of the cavern, like past it, like as we're like all starting to leave as a group, Costo is just gonna like look at the group with like this bullshit smirk on his face and just be like, "That was close."
Extremely.
That was approximately 30 minutes of talking in circles.
I don't like these mushrooms. They are no, it's fine. But we have the trinkets. The goblins are dead. The dwarves have their proof. It's fine. But
They seem extremely.
those Myconids would have killed us. We would have died.
I just want to be clear. I did not cast magic on him. I talked in his mind, much like Tullen does to us. I did not cast hostile magic on him. Please do not assume that.
I get the sense that whatever these things are, they justify their own actions and then demonize the actions of others. I don't see anything that we could have done that would change their minds in any way.
I think they're just mushrooms, and mushrooms don't have a lot of brain.
Exactly.
Nay,
just chilling in the cave.
nay.
I'm speaking this all psychically to Jaeger. I'm not saying
Okay.
anything to you.
Okay,
All you see is
sorry.
I'm just doing this towards Jaeger.
Just
Okay,
looking
sorry.
and just moving directly into Jaeger's face.
Just awkwardly staring at Jaeger's.
Horse eyes.
Metal nose, horse snout.
I could always
Yeah.
talk to horses, didn't you know?
It's the squishy bits.
Yeah.
Warforged with innate spell casting of speak with animal.
So,
Horses. That's it.
I would say this was totally worth. We got this magic liquid.
Hey, Keys,
Yes.
can you disguise yourself as one of them? Is that a thing you can do?
No, they are not really humanoid.
Okay,
They are kind of amorphous.
that's fine. As we get to the T, like where we turn left to leave the mine, I'm gonna. Oh wait, never mind. It won't work.
Wait, Keys. And I shake the liquid. Good score.
I agree. This is. I can solve all problems. This is what I do. I am problem solver.
problem solver.
Problematic? I'm sorry. Is that? I think I misheard you.
How are we here? I break down wall. How did we get eggplant of good juice? I get eggplant of good juice.
Eggplant of good juice.
You want to try this out?
I just
Jaeger?
like Alejandro says that, and I just kind of like look at her. I'm like, honestly, if anyone was the problem, it was me. It's fine.
Always.
The
I
bad
think there is a
Come-
more important topic to talk about before we return to the dwarves, though. How are we going to spin this?
What do you mean?
We talked to the mushrooms. The mushrooms told us to kill the goblins. We killed the goblins. We left the mushrooms. Now we're here.
Yes, but
The bard perhaps could say it more eloquently.
still, though, these mushrooms are, in a way, an innocent existence. They may not like intrusions upon their territory, but I have doubts in my mind if these dwarves will respect their territory.
I
How many mining doors are in the town?
How many miners or how many mining dwarves?
How many what's a contingency of dwarven, like if that town were to amass a force, what would that force number at based on what we've seen?
About 150. If
So,
they got
so it'd be
everyone.
a pretty fair fight between the Myconids and the dwarves.
No.
I
They might
have
reply.
I have a plan, but I'll need Leonard's help. I can do, and I'll like touch a section of the wall. And this is a mold earth ability, but I can cause an image to form like a 5 foot in a 5 foot cube. So I can cause a 5 foot image of a rough drawn myconid. I can show them what they look like. If Leonard can explain why they're dangerous.
Can you make him look scary, like draw an angry face on it?
Sure.
Make it say danger. This way has mushroom people.
It only will last a little while. I can't make it permanent, but when we get up top, since we don't have proof of them, and I'll like glare at Costo, since we don't have proof, I'll just make a picture and show them what they'd be dealing with.
I'll explain it to them. And
Leonard can persuade them to stay away.
Yes, with visual aids. Visual aids are always persuasive.
And I definitely think that we're just going to tell them they've mined all of the expendable ore out of that area or something. They choose to live there because there is nothing expensive.
I would like to bring up an observation. We literally just spent an hour talking in circles with these things about whether or not we are dangerous and about getting payment for killing those goblins.
Mhm.
I seriously doubt that whether or not the dwarves and these myconids go into some kind of conflict, should we be involved after this exact moment?
Oh, no. They sign their own death warrant. They make the bed, they sleep in it.
I have a hard time justifying in my mind. The woman who leads these miners is, in all essence, a loose cannon. And I worry for the existence of these, what I can believe is innocent creatures, but what can we actually do? And if the answer to that is nothing, do we simply move on?
Like Jaeger says that, I kind of like just put my like hand on his shoulder, and I'm just kind of like, they're armed. We will warn them that the myconids should be left alone. If the dwarves are to invade their area after these warnings, that is their decision. The myconids are capable of defending themselves. All we can do is relay the information and move on.
We can also make the left path sound a lot more appealing.
That is
Treasure.
also true, but it is only a delay.
Not if they continue going forward. If they find something they like, they'll just keep mining until they hit a harder wall.
True.
Myconids are like super old, right? Like that colony, we have no idea like how long that colony's necessarily been there.
A long time.
Well, according to him, but they have no idea of what a day is, so.
You can suffice that it's been there a long time.
Yeah.
Like longer than the town of Pudmit has been in existence.
Yeah, so I kind of like just like in that same little soliloquy to Jaeger, I'm just like, they've been there before the dwarves. They will be there after the dwarves. Mushrooms are resilient.
I just feel heavy with the implication that we leave a potential conflict behind us, but I also feel like we should leave these people to make their own decision, and if that is us leaving Pugmit very soon, then that is what we should do.
I agree, but we will still give them fair warning. And
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
we will do our best to make the left side sound like the better path. And if they choose to mine through where has clearly been a broken wall, it's their problem.
It's worth noting we should also leave out the part where we defiled a Dwarven Crypt.
Yeah.
Dwarven Crypt.
Exactly.
I guess what I'm getting at is I personally would feel I would feel like I would have to see this drawn out in conclusion for my own sake, and I feel like if we don't detach ourselves from this situation very soon, then we could find ourselves drawn into something that it doesn't exactly concern us.
The horse nods.
I'm done down here.
It's fair, but you know what? Whatever they do, we can't control them. Whatever the fates and the gods may decide, we are not them. We shall leave them be. Let the fates and the gods decide what will happen.
Leonard,
What? Yes?
that contract you drew up,
Yeah.
did it say that we would be clearing out the tunnels of anything that would cause the miners a problem? Is that is that how it was phrased? Was it that we would be looking, or that we would be clearing it out?
That we would be surveying and we would be removing any immediate dangers.
I would argue that the Myconids are not an immediate danger so long as you don't.
Don't kick the hornet's nest.
I'm not concerned about what you guys argue. I'm concerned about what they're going to argue. I don't care about money. However, I know there's at least a few people in the party who does.
Well,
Yeah, Cypher.
We have our own reasons.
I'm very sorry. It just popped into my head that if we start talking about this, then they're going to say, well, you didn't clear out the mine then, did you?
no, we cleared out part of the mine. I think we cleared it out sufficiently so that they have a direction to keep mining.
We removed the danger. The Myconids are not a danger unless you fuck with the Myconids.
Yeah.
I want to be very clear. I have been alive for 11 days now, and I don't want to spend another 11 days
12.
dealing with someone else's problem.
And I was just asking about the contract.
Yeah.
Well,
Josh, what's the town that I came from? I don't think I'm the only one that came from.
Where you were born, or the town you just came
No,
from?
where I came from here, where my grandfather's grave is.
Stormhaven.
I'm blanking on the name. Stormhaven. So I kind of look at the group and I'm just like, well, if we want to distance ourselves based on what we saw in my journal in the crypt, if everyone is interested, I would not mind paying another visit to Stormhaven.
I am along for that ride. Any place that keeps us moving is within my interest.
Stormhaven? Must we?
Is there a problem with Stormhaven?
No.
I mean, I know why I have a problem with Stormhaven. Why do you have a problem with
I don't
Stormhaven?
have any problem with Stormhaven at all.
Insight check.
Yeah, I know you don't want to do the rolls during RP, but he's definitely lying. So
Is he lying to us?
Who, Leonard? Or Costo?
Yeah.
Oh,
Leonard.
Leonard's definitely not lying. Roll a
not
deception
lying.
check, Leonard.
Question mark.
Is that challenged against an insight or just his deception?
Just his
17 total.
deception. He could be lying or not. You're not sure.
Okay. Because I have a rune that gives me increased insight.
No, it's just how well he's deceiving. And it's
Gotcha.
not. It's.
Have fun deceiving.
I like
If
Tullen
he's
Horse. I just
deceiving.
pet Tullen Horse. I'm like, you want an adventure, don't you, buddy?
I shake my head.
Sounds like we'll be traveling together for a while then.
And no matter how long no matter how he keeps his head, his mane just gets in it, and he's just doing this the whole time.
Flop that flies.
It helps.
I think that the next thread on my journey, I think that there's some answers there potentially. You guys, I mean, you invaded my privacy and my mind as I look at Kias. Oh no, I guess I didn't know I was charmed, did I?
No,
No.
you opened up to me because I am so friendly and caring. And
I hate that I filled that role.
You decided to share your inner feelings with me, and I think you shed a tear. You had your grandfather's weapon, your Pelor's tear, and we got to see Casto's tear.
Full disclosure, in reality, during that whole exchange in the crypt, Costa would have been very near tears.
like red eyes, like the water just just hanging on the lower lid.
Like he
but
was
not,
either
like-
gonna cry or try to kill you. One of the two things.
Single man tear.
I'm allergic to something in the cave, guys.
I'm allergic to my emotions.
Must be the dust from the crypt.
My feelings are making me sneeze.
And mushroom spores.
Very much sound like that green character from regular show. What was his name?
Muscle Man.
Yeah, Muscle Man.
Yeah.
Guys, I can't explain it. I like to think of it as like more like the boulder from Avatar: The Last Airbender. The boulder is conflicted with fighting a blind child. The
little
boulder is no
blind
longer
girl.
conflicted.
Boulder is over his conflicted feelings.
Oh, Josh, I do have one question.
Okay.
When we first got into these tunnels, you mentioned that there was like the body of a snake with arrows in it.
A snack.
Snake.
Grick, right? It was another Grick.
Yes.
Yeah. How old did that body look when we encountered it?
Old. Real
Old, okay.
old.
Yeah, these dudes have been down here. So to finish like the Jaeger soliloquy is like these dudes have been here for forever. I'm sure they'll be fine. And then to the group, it's like I'll stick with the crew, but does the crew want to go to Stormhaven? Is kind of the synopsis of all of that.
Jaeger is totally in agreement to moving anywhere other than Pugmet.
Yes, Pudmit is very gross. I'm sure Jaeger agrees, and that is why he wants to leave. But are we comfortable? These dwarves are definitely going to go and try to mess with those mushroom people, and these dwarves are definitely going to die. And are we okay with that?
It would be their decision.
We'll warn them. I don't want them to die. I don't want anybody to die.
Can't fix stupid.
Sure you don't.
You can
Yeah,
tell
that is
somebody
also
not to
my
jump off a
concern.
cliff all you want, but if they choose to jump off the cliff,
There comes a point where your words can no longer sway another's actions. And at that point, you must let ones live with their own bad decisions.
at what point do the heroes cut the umbilical cord of the stupid town?
Nay.
As much as I feel like I must defend those who are innocent, it is at a point where all sides have their own misgivings. The Myconid seem too stupid to reason with the dwarves, and the dwarves seem too heavy-handed. At least this foreman seems too heavy-handed with her ambition.
I like look back at Jaeger and I'm like, you can try. I know that you are young in this world, but you can trust that there are far greater injustices than what may or may not become of these peaceful mushrooms.
That fact truly rocks me to my core.
Would you like to meet some orphans one time? It will help.
They smell
You will
like
feel
dirt
less
and
bad for the
trauma.
mushrooms. You will feel less bad for the mushrooms.
It also smells like dirt and trauma.
Jaeger smells like oil and trauma.
That's the next scent in our line. Dirt and trauma.
Yeah, that's the name of the episode, Dirt and Trauma.
Done.
Drama.
Does everything in this world smell like trauma?
A lot of
Yes.
it
You
does.
reek of it, Keys.
A lot of things smell like trauma.
Not Kia's though. Kia's smells like roses.
Perfumes in a bath
Full
every
blend.
night.
And
Helen
if I
smells like
remember
rosebush.
correctly, Jaeger also doesn't smell like dirt and trauma because Tellen made him smell like roses himself.
I can only do so much.
Jaeger has trauma. He just doesn't know that he has trauma.
I mean, he knew he had some physical trauma in that room.
Yeah, there's like obvious like old wounds on Jaeger's body, but
New ones.
he just doesn't acknowledge them.
So as you finish your conversation and you round the bend at the T, the mushrooms that were behind you have caught up. We're getting some interference on somebody.
It's Anthony again.
How is it me again? I'll fix it.
So as you round that corner, the mushrooms that were behind you had kind of caught up a little bit. As you make the bend, you can see that the earth starts to, you can feel the earth start to shift and begin to close that tunnel. As it collapses, you can hear it, you can feel it rumbling and collapsing backwards in like stages, almost like they're collapsing apart and then moving and collapsing and moving. And it's not collapsing as much like a ball of rubble. It's almost like the walls they're molding the earth to close it, like from the walls and the floor. So it's kind of like collapsing in on itself.
Wild.
See, Jaeger, nothing to worry about.
Alejandra, we should have had them teach you how to do that.
Yeah, it might
You could
have.
have filled the hole.
Yes, that would have helped with the hole so much.
But if you'd filled the hole, then you wouldn't have had the zucchini or the eggplant.
Always need an eggplant. At all times. It's a constant throughout existence.
So as you make your way back up through the mine, as you get to the front of the entrance to the mine, you can see coming up that it is just becoming light outside. And outside ready to meet you is Miriam and a group of maybe 12 miners.
We need to talk, Miriam.
I raised my hand to Miriam. Yeah, it's a lot worse than we thought. But we kind of have it resolved. But you got to listen to me about this. And then I point at Cypher, and there were goblins in there. There were a lot of goblins. You can see the string of heads that we've been able to collect. When we were down there, we found an ancient dwarven tomb that goblins had raided, and we chased them out of there. And after beating a bunch of them up, and there were hordes of them in this other cavern that we ran across, and we were able to beat them back. I mean, just look at us. And it was atrocious. But luckily, we're able to cave in the side where the goblins came. Don't open that. Whatever you do, do not burrow into that side. It's really bad. Just leave that alone, and things should be okay. You guys should be clear to mine the left-hand path. Leave the right one that we buried alone.
The left-hand path was great. It looks like there was previous tunnels down there. That looks like if you guys were to rope and ladder down them like you've done, it looks like there shall be tons and tons more ore for you. Plus, there is a crypt that you guys are more than welcome to mine. Just keep yourself safe. That is all we ask.
Watch out for that other...
To Leonard's point, with only a short rest, Jaeger still looks massively effed up.
I was about to say.
So with like a short rest, you heal some hit points, but you still have that trauma. It's not like you have a chance to really heal.
One of us turned into a horse.
So the damage that Jaeger had over the course of that combat, where he just got absolutely rocked, I would imagine that the dwarves could see that.
Oh, they could, yeah. The only person that doesn't show any sign of trauma is Tullenhorse, because he just reverts from form to form every time he gets hurt.
It's literally covered in goblin blood, so.
Yeah.
Keys is in pretty good shape, too, I think.
Alejandra's not too bad either.
Akia's is spotless all the time.
Can I like crouch down and cast Mold Earth to like make like a tiny little version of a map? So like there's the cavern where I almost got killed by a bag, and then there's the tunnel that Key shattered open, and then it goes to like the T, and it's like just cut, like it's like a dotted line almost where it's been caved in, and then there's the other path.
Okay.
And I'll say, I'll look at Miriam and I'll say, so this is the side that holds the biggest threat to you, which is why we've caved it in. They will not be able to tunnel through this, and they shouldn't put the effort in. I do believe Costo and Cypher scared it out of them. But if you go to the left, The floor is a little weak, so be wary of that. Underneath there is I'll like add a little hole where Costa was, and I'll be like, underneath there seems to have been previous tunnels dug. It looks like there are ores down there if you continue to dig them. And if you keep going, there's a Dwarven Crypt. Now, if you go into that crypt and mine past it, there appeared to be something they were protecting, probably more ores, and that's why they were buried down there, to keep their soul rich with the ores that are in the mountain. So this is the demonstration of how we've put the safeguard in place, so you don't have to face the hordes. And I'll like gesture at Cypher's belt.
You will take the heads and raise them, and say, "There's 4 heads here. The rest were left back."
Right. So
I'm pretty sure I blew one up.
right. So we got to go left, and you collapsed the tunnel on the right before we had a chance to look in it because
You
of
don't
some
want to look in there.
goblins.
You don't want to go there.
We discussed this. You knew this was the plan. You knew that we were going to be bringing back proof that there was danger. We've done that for you.
Right. You brought the proof there was danger, but you were supposed to get rid of it or let us know so we could get rid
We're
of
letting
it.
you know. Oh, you don't want to
We
go
are
in
letting
there.
you know.
Right. It's just some goblins.
You do know that goblins tend to multiply a bit, right? Some becomes a lot worse more than some.
Right. But we can call the town's guard and clear the goblins out.
Or like 3,000?
Right. That's a lot of goblins, but
Yeah. And that's gonna hit your bottom line for the mining operations to pay for all those soldiers to come in. It's cheaper to just leave it alone. What are you gonna get out of there?
It's a self-sustaining colony. We were in there. I promise you, there were no ores. And like on another section, I'll do
roll
it
a
again.
deception check.
Okay.
Ooh, Alejandra or myself?
Alejandra.
Okay.
Please.
Can I give her?
But the mic
Can I give her the help action since one of my rooms improves deception?
I'll let your help action take away her disadvantage.
There you
She's
go.
just
Thank
rolling
you.
a straight roll.
Have you used Tides of Chaos yet?
18.
Nice.
If that's not good enough, I haven't used Tides of Chaos, so I can, but I do believe that's fine. I'm just sticking with that roll. 18.
Right. I don't... Do you know what ore looks like?
We've seen it in the mines with you.
Right, I've never showed you ore.
There's ore all over the town. We were at the smithy all day yesterday.
Right, but that's processed. You ever seen what an ore vein looks like?
Yeah.
Let's shift out of horse form.
Who was it that saw the ore last session? Because it was in the mine. It had said that had gone. The conversation was what you thought was a vein of ore is actually a small trail of water, or vice versa. What you thought was a train of water was actually a small train of
I think
ore.
that was.
It was water.
It was water.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Leonard had seen that. I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
it was
Leonard.
me and Keese.
I'm pretty
we're-
sure it was the two of you.
We were scoping out the mushroom cavern for ore veins or anything precious.
Right, yeah, what you saw with the reflection of the water, like the shimmering
Right.
on it, you would think would be like a metal, is water. But right, so you know you don't always see it right up front. You have to look for different rocks, right? You know how to look for those?
Now, shifting out of horse form, I'm just gonna turn to the group, and in Leonard's head, I'm gonna like say to him, "We need to tell her about the Myconids, or she's not gonna take this."
I agree with him. We shouldn't have lied.
That's only Leonard heard that though.
I know.
Yeah, only Leonard heard.
Okay, look. Controlling the goblins were some really creepy creatures in the back. And they looked like these
not just
gigantic
goblins.
mushrooms things.
Right.
So
There's an entire civilization of other creatures down there that do not want to be bothered, and if you bother them, they will kill you. So just stay away.
you can see like she gets a smirk on her face. She laughed. You ran into the Myconids. I hope you didn't use magic or weapons around them.
We use both.
about them. Why didn't you tell us?
Right, we blocked off all the. We've run into 4 or 5 different colonies now. Did you not
4
see
or
the
5
passages
different
we've
colonies.
blocked off on the way?
You are the least informative person I've ever met.
Right, you weren't.
I've
you weren't
never
going
gotten
down the
frustrated
passages
like this.
that you haven't gone down the passages we blocked. Right, you found a new one. I didn't know you were gonna run into another
You know
colony.
this should be- You ran into 5 before, and you didn't think we'd run into another one.
Right, I thought you'd be smart enough not to go barging in using any kind of magic or weapons at all. That's that's what
So
they
you know
hate.
not
They
to
hate
go that way.
weapons, violence, and any kind of magic. So,
All right, so you're not gonna go that way, right?
oh hell no, we don't.
Great.
Okay,
That's all.
fine.
That doesn't matter.
Jaeger just throws his arm up in disbelief and goes, "I'm done. I'm so
Pleasure
done.
working with you.
I am walking away now."
I didn't know a robot
trying
could
to,
have that
I'm
much
trying to see
emotion.
why Atriel doesn't really like working with you that much.
Miriam, can
Right,
I ask
everyone,
you-
it's okay. We're good.
Can I- can-
Problem solved.
Miriam, can I ask you a question?
Right, go ahead.
Have you ever seen these? And I'm gonna like make a picture of the blink spiders that reappear and disappear. Have you
How
encountered
detailed
these
is your
before?
picture?
It can't. I'm not an artist. It's in the dirt. It's probably a spider, and then I'm going to say they're about so big, and I'll like draw like a stick figure next to it for comparison.
turn into a
and say
giant one
it's
if you
a
want.
big one, and I'm gonna say they vanish in and out of in and out of reality. They seem to teleport in a way, and I'm just curious if you've seen teleporting spiders down there before.
Right, once we had one before. It pretty hard to nail down, but when you get it into a room, it's fairly easy to kill.
Burned its nest. There were about 3 of them, but keep your eyes out, you know.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know they were also down there. We, the Myconids killed them. We didn't, they vanished before we could.
Right, their eggs are really valuable. Too bad you couldn't find one of those.
Still turns around and starts walking back into the cave. I'm just kidding.
No,
There might be some there.
Cave.
Okay, there would have been some if I might have burned all of them.
Okay, quite literally, Jaeger is so upset that he is removing himself from this situation.
I think
He is making his way back to the tavern.
I think like seeing Jaeger walk away, Alejandro's gonna say, "We've had a long night. I'm gonna follow Jaeger and go to sleep," and just walk away.
Right, all right, you with the belt, bring it here. Let me look at it.
Belt? What belt?
Didn't Cypher show her the belt?
The belt of dwarf.
Oh, you were showing
Jaeger
the
had a
belt.
belt.
Okay.
No, the goblin heads.
Goblin heads.
Okay.
The belt of goblin heads. Yeah.
Okay. Is,
Okay, no attention to the
is-
man.
is the dwarven belt stashed? It's not like visible. Okay.
Jaeger had it on his shoulder.
Yeah, I have a broken belt of something.
On his shoulder, so it was visible.
Is it
Wearing it
visible?
like
He was wearing it like a WWE.
it is above the poncho that he wears.
Okay. Right. Let me take a look at that. I bet you it's not working, is it?
No,
background.
if it is magical, then it would not be working currently. No.
Right. Let me take a look, see if I can fix it for you.
Sure, yeah. I'll hand it to her.
So she takes it, begins to tinker with it. You can see her checking out the locking mechanism of it, trying to figure out how it works. Right, this was made way before my time. You're gonna need a specialist to, because it looks like it should function fine, but it obviously doesn't.
What is it?
It's an old dwarven belt. It's magic, but I don't know what it does. It's not,
Would the man that built Costo's shield be enough, or is this something that we would have to venture out for?
Right, I don't know. I've never seen that particular kind before. It's not. I thought it was a belt of dwarven kind, but it's not.
Oh.
We can go ask Fulgrim.
You might know someone.
It wouldn't
What do you
hurt.
mean?
It would not hurt.
Triel might know as well, working for the Merchants Guild and all. Maybe he would know somebody to take it to.
In my stint of walking away, can I just kind of like try to pull Costo away with me so that both of us can go and try and figure out what this belt is?
Sure.
And then we'll just make our way towards the smithy master.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, like as you kind of like either like gesture to me or like pull at my armor or something like that. I'm just like,
I mean, you're still up in front of the mine.
yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Like
let's
it'll be a bit of a walk, but like we
Yeah.
have the intent of going there.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. Don't we take horses to get back?
Yeah.
We'll just
Yeah,
pick them up
we had
on the way.
a wagon.
We
with
had a
us.
wagon.
There is your wagon still there and Costo's horse.
Well, I faced Miriam. Well, you can see we cleared out the mines. There were some goblins, took care of that for you. And we found another myconic colony for you. So, I think you'll be okay. I think we've made enough of a ruckus that we cleared out any sort of dangers. So, if you want to continue mining, feel free.
Right, well, I thank you for that.
Godspeed.
Check with Atriel for your contract reward.
Very well.
I brought up to him.
Oh no.
He's in a weird mood. I brought up to him seeing him in the tavern, and he said he doesn't remember that. So, just
You know that guy.
right. I don't
Kinda crazy.
know. Just warning you ahead of time.
I ignore that. I just ignore that.
Right, you and you. Let's go. We gotta clear that section out, and then we've got a new place to push forward to.
Great.
Costo.
Pleasure doing business.
I just walk. Gonna go.
I go up to shake hands with Miriam. She's like, pleasure doing business.
Right. And she shakes your hand, and her hand is like weathered and cracked, and just like squeezes your hand to the point where it almost hurts. Actually, for you, it probably does hurt.
hands.
Yeah. Strong grip. All right. Great.
So what?
Luna Casto, don't you feel bad for calling her a bitch? She was so nice.
I do not. I calls them like I sees them.
But if we had been nicer to her, maybe she would have told us about the Myconid colonies, and then we wouldn't have had all these extra issues.
I'm sorry. I thought we all liked adventure.
No,
love adventure.
very wrong. You thought that is wrong thought.
You think that me calling her a bitch has anything to do with her not telling us about things about the mine?
Yes, you
Hey.
catch more flies with sugar or whatever.
I hate.
Why are you
to-
trying to catch flies?
I hate to agree with Costo, but I did ask Miriam and try and apologize, and she laughed and said it was the last thing that would ever offend her. So
So you're saying we should keep calling women bitches?
I am. That is
what I'm getting
the
from this story.
opposite of what I. And I'm just gonna turn to walk away with my hands like up, like what?
I was just like kiss. I'm just like, that's what I'm getting from this story. Yeah.
Go,
I need to go to bed.
Stand next to the wagon and gesture at Tullen so I can boost him up onto the wagon.
Jaeger will come towards Alejandra and be like, "So, you want to hear a joke?"
Yes, please tell me a joke.
So, a priest, a pastor, and a rabbit walk into a hospital to give blood. The priest and the pastor seem all normal and fine when they talk to the front desk receptionist. But the rabbit says, I might be a type O.
I don't. What?
What's the typo?
What is a type O? What?
I don't. the joke gods have gifted me this.
Who just gives blood away?
How do you give blood?
Chop off the hand. Put it in a bucket. Leeches. It's leeches.
Leeches, good for sores, allergic reaction.
To drill holes in your skull to
What?
rid you of the demons.
This is terrible.
Oh, they're bloodletting. Okay, they're bloodletting. That's
Wait,
what
I
they're
thought
doing.
I thought you just had to do cocaine to get rid of the demons.
There's cocaine. Let's do
cocaine.
cocaine.
No.
All right, we need to go back to town and rest.
Yeah, please.
Adventuring's
Let's
way
already on a
more
horse.
than I thought. Does anyone want to ride me as a horse back? Because
You turned out of a horse.
That was cool. I could turn back into a horse.
We need
That's
you
true.
to pull. We need you to lead the horses because Costo pisses them off.
Oh, yeah,
Please
that's
do
right.
You're
that.
basically the only one that can drive this wagon.
Animals love me.
Also, you have your own horse
horses.
there. Jaeger's the one that frightened the horses.
Oh, was it? I thought
Yeah, it was
Costo.
Jaeger who
My
messed
bad.
up on the.
Because I'm not technically a living being.
Oh
I'm
no!
pretty sure.
A mechanical machine that probably makes loud noises scared a creature? No.
My healings, my
Horsey.
feelings are officially hurt. But yeah.
Okay. So I will boost Tullen up onto the wagon, scramble up onto the wagon myself, pat Jaeger on the back for the joke.
So, those three are in the wagon. Costo, are you mounting your horse?
Yeah, I'm already on it.
And Kia, Cypher, and Leonard, what are you guys doing?
I'm hopping shotgun on the wagon.
Okay.
I will extend my hand to Kia's to help him up onto the wagon.
Okay.
Oh, this is very nice.
Cypher would have lagged behind,
Okay.
and walking past the group of miners, he first starts with the intention of just looking past them. Then he stops, gives Miriam a look, and says, "Well, we'll leave it to you then. Take care of your people."
Right, thank you. She like pats you on the elbow-ish, like she kind of reaches up and like pats you as you walk past. Right, looks
And
like
they
you
will-
lost two of your swords there.
About that, my companion's holding them, but thank you for that.
Right, good luck. And she disappears down the mine. So you,
And he will join the others at the cart.
okay, so you guys are all in the cart at this point, and you take off and head down to down towards the town of Pudmit. Is there any conversations you guys would like to have on your way down?
Leonard just kind of leans back and looks into the wagon bed. Okay, I'm kind of tired. Tolan, you good with adventure for today? I'm done.
Oh man,
I'm done for adventure.
it's really
for now.
fun, but it's way more morally grey. Man, people are difficult. I'm used to dealing with animals.
You guys
I
all
think
feel
feeling-
pretty wiped.
I think
think-
dealing with the people part is harder than the actual monster sometimes.
I think that maybe next time we should just tell the truth, Leonard. We would have avoided a lot of conversation.
I'm really bad at lying, so don't try to make me do that.
I thought we had to give her something that she would be more familiar with. I had no idea she knew what the myconids were. Those giant mushroom things.
It's all about communication.
I don't know.
I
I'm pretty
guess.
sure if Costa would have had it
To
his
be
way,
honest.
one of the things that got beheaded in the mine would have been Miriam. So
Do I hear that?
Yes.
I'm on my own horse.
I will purposely say it loud enough as
You're
a
right
joke
alongside
for
so
Costa
you
to
can hear
hear
it.
it.
It'd be our own fucking fault.
I think we just need to leave these people to do whatever they think they should do.
Time to go to the next town. Been here too long.
Time to go to the next town.
Hey, Tullen, you want to talk about that?
Nope.
We got 40 minutes, man. What do you
Great.
Why do you got
I
to
have
sit here?
to. If I have
What
to
do you
talk
mean?
about my problems, you have to talk about yours.
Just a little guy. I'm like
Just
young.
a little
I'm a
guy.
child. I'm a child
Yeah.
with problems.
What's the deal with Costo?
Are you
Like-
saying that loud enough for him to hear right next to you?
Yeah, we're all white.
I'm like
in a
riding
wagon, like, he's-
alongside the core. I'm like riding alongside the wagon.
Like he stares into a book and he seems to like cry over some garbled mess that I can partially read. Like, what's his deal?
Oh,
You seem very tired.
You realize I can hear you, right?
I'm gonna completely ignore it, and I'm just gonna look at Jaeger and be like, "Oh, Costo's the kid that bullies kids for fun, but secretly needs a hug."
I
He's
peek
not
my
wrong.
head out of the. I like turn around out of the wagon and look at Costo fully, like straight in the eye, and be like, "Do you need a hug?"
The
We're
most
really getting down
terrifying
to the-
hug.
We're really getting
Free
down to
bear
the
hugs.
dirt and trauma of this session, aren't we, you guys?
No, Jaeger, I think I'm all right for now.
As I could totally give you a hug. My only memory is a nightmare, so if you need some support, I'm here for you.
I think I'm gonna be okay.
What do you mean your only memory is a nightmare?
No, that's not an issue.
We're just tugging on all sorts of emotional threads, aren't we?
Sounds like an issue.
Do you need a
Tell me
hug?
about your home life.
Do you want to open up like Casta opened up?
I'm sure Alejandra could explain it better than I could.
Yeah, wait, didn't we hear about your? Didn't we hear like when you guys were at the forge? Didn't some of you actually hear like the description of like that nightmare?
Yeah,
Only
you
if
and-
Alejandra explained it.
Yeah,
You
she
and
said it out
Leonard
loud.
Didn't. I explained what I saw to a certain degree. Like I was a little bit more vague than what I saw, but I essentially I said, "Wow, those monsters are scary. I'm sorry you had to encounter that." That's pretty much the gist of what I'd said about his nightmare, if I remember correctly.
It was a pretty gruesome scene.
Yeah, a little bit.
Leonard, may I have my swords back?
Oh, right, sure. Unhitch my backpack and hand him back his swords. Really like that dwarven sword you just got there, by the way.
Need some cleaning, but it'll do.
Actually, doesn't it not need cleaning at all?
They can always be
Yeah,
sharp.
it always be sharp.
7.62.
I also really wish Leonard had just like reached and grabbed and like, ah!
Not yet.
If he had, that's what was happening.
Nope. I unhitched my backpack and slid it out. I knew what I was doing.
Hey, Keys.
Be like,
Why are you? Oh. Hey, Keys, why are you in Pudmet? You hate dirt. This town is all dirt.
Oh, well, I did not come here by choice. I got on wrong cart and ended up here. There was very fine wine on this cart, so I figured it was going to a very nice place. It did not.
Can I roll an insight check to decide if he's lying or not?
sure.
Totally sounds like something Keys would do, though.
It
I
does.
give
I'm
her-
just curious. It does.
Can I
I'm
give
just-
her the
Sounds
help
like
action with
character.
my runes?
Nope.
That's a 6.
He's not lying.
Oh, that's good.
It's
Like,
not
look,
mine.
I just look at Keys like disappointedly. Like, I don't
Why are
even
you
say
looking at him?
anything.
He's in a wagon.
I'm on a horse.
What?
And next to the wagon, there's a
Does
wall.
the wagon have a covering on it?
No, it's
No.
just like an open. I picture this as just like an
Okay.
open. No, I picture this as just like an open wagon.
Yeah, it's not covered at all.
Yeah.
It's just an open. Used
bad.
for hauling like
It's like
freight.
it's like a cart basically.
It is. It's a wider seated cart. Is a wagon.
I just like look, Keys. I just like look at you, just like
Yeah.
What? You had some of that wine. It was really good.
You just follow wine?
you didn't ask the cart driver where he was going.
Well, I mean, I figured it was good place if it had good wine.
Your assumptions are speculative.
I'm gonna like lean forward and be like, Keys, it's okay. I put my hands in a strange bag. You get on strange wagons. It's good. We're fine. Totally get it.
We're not like friends with strange people.
Technically,
You're all
Kia's
weird.
wagon didn't kill him. Try to kill him.
Alejandra didn't know the bag was gonna kill her. She thought it was a bag.
Yeah.
It's a mimic.
She thought it was a bag. She saw a bag and she had 2 daggers and didn't have a place on her belt, so she's like, "Oh, I'll put it in a bag."
And then it ate her.
Mimic wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jaeger will like deadpan look Kias in the eyes and will be like, you constantly don't. You constantly feel like you don't want to go along with this, but eventually you do go along with it with us. Like, why do you stick around? Like,
Well, there
is
has always
something?
been reason.
What is that reason? Why do you follow us into every dangerous situation if you consistently say that you don't want to be in that situation?
Well, hold on. The first time, man on horse here physically dragged me into a situation.
That doesn't sound like me.
No, you were there. It was literally 2 days ago.
I don't recall.
You dragged me in. You threw dirt on me. I did not enjoy.
That doesn't sound like me.
You had every opportunity.
You must be
to
thinking
not-
of someone else.
You had every opportunity not to follow us into that mine, but you chose to go into that mine with us.
Wait, first time or second time?
Second time.
No, second time I make the gold. I'm the one who got us the 100 gold. I say I take like 80%
Oh.
cut. You guys split 20%.
Hold on.
Nah.
You got us the gold. How'd you get us what gold?
Well, the gold we're going to get, the contract. I got it signed.
How did you help? You weren't anywhere around when the contract was signed.
Yes,
Oh,
I
right.
Well,
was.
it was
I-
definitely Atriel. Definitely not you. Totally Atriel.
Okay, so on that topic, how are we going to deal with totally Atriel not remembering signing the contract?
Gaslight. Gaslight.
No. Atriel signed the contract. Just Miriam mentioned seeing Atriel in the bar or the tavern, and Atriel was like, I don't know what you're talking about. We just tell Atriel that Miriam was drunk. Miriam was drunk. That is not a lie.
She was not drunk at that point.
Miriam.
I feel like
She was the whole time.
she was hammered the entire time.
Oh, right. That was the same day. Never mind.
I feel like Kias is really good at getting away with things by telling the truth in a very specific way.
I guess what I'm getting at is, Kies, why do you stick around in any capacity?
If I don't stick around, I don't get paid.
Is money the only thing that motivates you?
No, it's not the only thing. There was that
But
really
what-
delicious wine.
What motivates you? Like, why do you care to go into a cave full of goblins and myconids with us?
Well, I
Yeah,
didn't care, but you needed me to protect you. I open door wall thing. I talk to from the before like a person because apparently that's very hard for you guys to talk to people like people.
He's got a
That
heart of
doesn't-
gold.
That doesn't
like-
justify your actions, though. Our benefit from your actions don't exactly justify your actions.
I like how
action-
Jaeger's gone from 12-day-old to full-blown, like, motivational
Therapist.
speaker.
Like,
I love
have
it.
I done
I-
negative actions to you? Jaeger?
I'm having a very hard time connecting your true involvement for why you feel like you have to follow us.
Don't feel like I have to follow you.
He's a part of the team. Listen, man's got a heart of gold.
Don't get
Jaeger,
me
I would
wrong.
rather have him here than not here, or with
Don't
the
get me wrong.
Myconids.
Don't
6-1
get
after
me
them
wrong.
the other.
Kias is a valuable member of whatever this is, but Kias, you constantly complain about the dirtiness and the effort that we go through, and you're always there. So I respect and understand your involvement, but I don't know why you complain so much when you still do the things that are expected of you.
Because those things are very easy for me. And it's not as easy for you guys. Sometimes you need help. I am helpful man.
Is Kias the Great?
Exactly.
My
Silver tongue, heart of gold.
I'm gonna make a roll on a d20 here to see if I actually respect that.
He is the Great.
No, fully. That's a natural 5. Kies is here for his own sake, and I fully respect this.
Like 12-day-old Jaeger.
All his power and mercy, he continues to travel with us.
God among men.
I don't know about you guys, but I am drained. It is bedtime. I'm going to go sleep in the middle of the day.
It's a valid point.
Okay.
I gotta
Hey,
go make a
hey
nest.
Jaeger, I do something for you. I will disguise self and look exactly like Jaeger.
This is disturbing on many levels.
No, look. Now I'm going to be. I say, I tell you joke.
Oh,
Yes, I tell you joke. I say, why did the idiot cross the road?
I don't know why.
To get to the house. Knock, knock.
Who was there?
The idiot.
Idiot who?
No, that I disguise self back to myself.
Your joke does not have a punchline. The gods of jokes do not smile upon you this day.
They don't actually speak to me. I was just trying to lighten mood. You seem-
Non-believer, I see. Okay.
well, they just don't speak
Distracted
to
are
me.
they, Josh?
What's that?
How distracted are Jaeger and Keys at this moment?
Fairly.
Can I secretly point at him beside my leg and just be like, "You are the chosen one. Let others believe what they must."
Joke gods, I fully understand your message.
So Jaeger hears that in his head and doesn't see, but Cypher, Leonard, and Tullen, or Cypher, Leonard, and Cypher and Leonard would see that because they're in the cart beside you.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you know that just because nobody complains about faulty parachutes doesn't mean that no one complains?
Oh God.
I feel like that one's a little dark for you.
What's a parachute?
I can only say what the joke gods sent to me.
I know
I
what
think
a
he's starting to.
is.
His gears are starting to get, a little clogged up. It needs a restart.
Someone needs to heal the Warforged.
Yes, I think the Warforged needs
Maybe
healing.
you need to shut
Bedtime.
down. Maybe just shut down right now.
On all honesty, I am extremely fucked.
You are messed up.
It's
I'm gonna-
bedtime.
Can someone hold the reins for just like 1 second? I'm just
No.
gonna please.
No.
Just one- God. No one else can drive this. Damn it! I'm just gonna keep
I
going.
can do it.
I don't want to hear it. It's just gotta keep going.
We're almost there. It's bedtime. Let's go to bed.
I don't actually sleep, but
Bedtime.
rest sounds nice.
I don't either, but it does sound nice.
As you guys finish your journey into Pudmet, the town is much busier than you're used to seeing it. A lot of people there, mostly bandaged and on crutches and in slings and whatnot. As you disembark, you are free to head into the tavern, or if any of you have other business.
As we're rolling in, Leonard's gonna stand on the back of the wagon and play a Victorious song on his violin,
Okay.
just like a victory kind of tune.
We are the champion. Just belting out of the violin. So the cart comes to a stop. You guys are free to disembark. Where would you guys all like to go?
Costa's grabbing a thing of ale and going to lay down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is anyone not
Yeah.
going to lay down?
I think I need to.
Jaeger feels fully defeated at this point, so he's just going to go sit in his room and disassociate.
Okay.
Wait, it's been dawn by this point, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're pushing into like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
So-
early morning.
The Red Forge hammer should have recharged its 2 identifies at this point.
Yes.
Is what I'm getting at. Okay, so I used it on those things. What else was magical?
We still have those 2 daggers.
Yeah,
The 2 daggers, and now we have that potion thing.
and the potion. But I think the potion's some sort of healing potion, so I'm gonna leave that be, based off of Keys's description.
That's
Oh, and the belt.
what the big bugbear dude might be able to tell you what the potion is.
Yeah.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Jor.
Hi, George. Oh, my bad. Bugbear, not a bugbear. That'd be a problem.
A little scarier.
So which two
So
are you
yeah,
doing?
two daggers in the belt
two
are the three
daggers.
things we don't have.
Just the 2 daggers. Because
Okay.
that's yeah. The one with the pearl on the back, and I forgot the description of the other.
It's a meat cleaver.
No.
Oh, yeah.
It's a.
It was like a santoku. It was like a santoku kind of chef's knife.
Kinda.
I think it was.
It's like
Yeah.
it's about 10 inches long, thin, almost like a butcher's knife or a butchering knife with a finely grained wood handle, and it is amazingly clean.
It's if I recall, it actually cleaned itself when it got dirty the first time.
It doesn't like clean itself. It like repels dirt. It doesn't stick to it.
Okay, gotcha.
So you're doing the 2 daggers. That's what you're doing now.
Yeah.
So are you doing this in your room? Or are you doing it out in front of everybody?
Doing it out on the bar.
Okay. So you managed to clear enough space between the bar and the floor to draw your circle of runes. Using the hammer as a focus, you are able to identify the dagger with the pearl in the handle as a blink dagger.
Oh.
It is a +1 dagger. In addition, you can choose one of 3 things to happen as a bonus action when you throw the dagger. You must choose the action before you roll to hit. The 3 actions are blink. You can use your bonus action to teleport to the point where the dagger impacts. You appear with your hand wrapped around the dagger. Return. You can have the dagger return to your hand immediately after impacting whatever it impacts. Or you can allow it to do nothing, which is it just stays where it is. It is also bonded. So the sheath that matches the handle that it is in, it forms a bond with you, and you have advantage on checks against being disarmed. The dagger is removed from your possession. It will return to its sheath as long as you have it with you after a short or long rest.
Nice.
So this is officially the most wild dagger ever.
The other one, after you change spots and you cast Identify on it, it is a harvest dagger. It repels dirt and corrosives and maintains its edge through magical means. It grants advantage on checks used to harvest plants or animal parts, as long as the user is proficient with daggers.
Ooh, I can find use of that.
I
Very
think
nice.
I think there's someone in the party that may like that one.
I wonder.
Just a little bit.
I wonder who could best benefit on the blink dagger, though. I mean, I could get use
Definitely-
out of that. I almost want to say Costo or Cypher.
Yeah.
I was thinking keys.
Cypher. I'm thinking Cypher.
Okay, the dagger would be good for like getting into like doing damage and like getting in and among people.
Yeah, getting into the thick thing.
So yeah, probably either me or Cypher.
Yeah, the frontliners.
Or
bear.
or Tullen, because he can bonus action it'd be bonus action.
I'll be an animal
No,
most of
you
the
can't
time.
do 2 bonus actions in a turn.
Not just
You can use your action to do something that would cost a bonus action.
You can. Well, you would need to use your action to throw
You're right.
the dagger, and then have the bonus action do whatever
I
it
can
is.
wild shape as a bonus action or an action because it's
Oh,
usually an action.
But I allow you to take smaller actions in place of bigger actions, but not bigger. So like action, bonus
All right.
action, free action. You can use 3 free actions or 2 bonus actions and a free action.
So like you could use 2 bonus actions in a round if you use your full action to use a bonus action.
Yes.
Okay.
I break
It'd
it down
still
like
be-
5 seconds for an action, a second for bonus action. A free action is something you can like do while you're actually doing an action. So you can do something that takes 5 seconds, or you can do something that takes a second, 5 seconds, but you can't do something that takes 5 seconds in 1 second.
It's kind of
Gotcha.
like Magic the Gathering where different spells have different speeds.
The only difference to that is when it comes to magic stuff.
Fair enough.
But so you identify these two.
for that. Yeah.
Costo is already in bed. Cypher, what did you want to do?
Leonard said he was at the bar, and I assume is tomorrow's in since it's the morning.
Yes, you see her behind the bar.
I will approach the bar and say, good morning, tomorrow. Could I get a cup of coffee, please?
Right, I got ale, milk, water.
Water will do.
Right, here you go.
He will take the cup, go into like one of the like corner seats,
Okay.
and just begin to take off all of like the metal parts that he's wearing, put them on the table, put his swords down, and then begin cleaning them off.
Okay. This would take you about an hour to do all of the metal pieces and all the weapons.
And then afterwards he'll probably hit the bed, yeah.
Okay. Jaeger, Alejandra, what are you two doing?
Going to bed.
Okay, going to bed. Jaeger, are you going to bed as well?
Yeah. Yeah, most likely. I'll just do the regular like set up my barricade and sit with my crossbow sitting like pointing at the door.
Okay. Talon, what about you?
I'm just real quick, just as his Jaeger's going, I'm just gonna like just grab his side real quick and just like cure some of his wounds up a little.
Okay.
If there's anything left over, I'll just like try to get a few dents out of him.
Yeah, you can see as the patchworks. How many spell slots are you expending?
I'll just do 1 second level. That should be enough.
Okay, you can see the patchworks
Yeah,
and
that's
where the
15 healing.
the spider and whatnot had injured him begins to knit back together, not like living flesh, but like almost like undenting and pulling out, and where what almost looks like wood and the almost like tube looking things begin to like just kind of magically just close any injuries or any spots where there was any wear and tear.
Thank you.
Worse.
I needed that.
Ethan, I'm here to help.
Kias, are you going straight to bed?
Straight to bed for sure.
Okay.
Like, this is exhaustion levels. Kias is not about that.
Yeah, you guys are all about to take a level of exhaustion. Leonard, you're going straight to bed after you identify these two objects?
Yes, I am. And
Okay.
a cup of milk.
Cup
I'll
of
take
milk.
it warm.
Warm.
I'll warm it with prestidigitation.
All right, so you guys have all headed to bed. This seems like a really great place to take our 15-minute break, and we will see you in 15 minutes. So we'll see you guys soon.
All right.
Peace.
Are your potassium levels low? Ever wish you could become a banana? Well, head on down to the Botched Discord to become one of our lovely insiders. There, we treat all our bananas with the utmost respect, gossip about Kia's sleeping habits, participate in weekly events, and even win exclusive prizes. Want advantage on your rolls? Then make sure you hit the subscribe button. So, what are you waiting for? It's time to get botched.
Hey guys, we're back. Jesus. Cypher, if you got any closer to the Kevin, if you got any closer to that camera, you were going in the camera.
He's retinal scanning himself. He's
touched
trying
it
to
right
get into
against my
Sword Art
glasses.
Online.
You mean
I
you don't have to retinal scan to unlock the stream?
No.
How dare you lie to me like this?
Yeah, I had you had it coming.
I was checking my nose for COVID.
I think I saw some in there.
Something moving.
Might have been Chinese food.
Next cave exploration. Jake one's nose.
So, before we left, the party had taken a long rest. The players got to take a short rest.
The longest of rests.
Yes, we have Alejandra and Jaeger would be the first awake. Are you guys planning to get up after your 8 hours, or are you planning to like extend it through the night? How are you doing your long rest?
Is it when?
Yeah.
What time is it?
Jaeger would. Yeah. Jaeger will probably wait until a couple of people have waken up before him to start moving.
Okay. So if Alejandra and Jaeger, if you guys would just do your 4 hours and then get up, you're looking at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The rest of the party, if you take your straight 7.5, 8 hours, you're gonna get up at closer to 8 o'clock.
Night.
Yeah, nighttime, evening.
I think that Alejandra would probably get up from trancing, walk the hallway, try and like listen to people's doors to see if she hears snoring, and then if she does, she goes back to her room.
You would hear some snoring. You guys are overextended yourself a little bit, pushing into that exhaustion limit before you guys made it back. So you would definitely hear some heavy snores coming from some of these rooms.
Jeez.
Into nude.
That also wasn't on Ginny D's 50 questions. Does your character snore?
True.
I think Alejandra would like hear that. Maybe go downstairs, see if Talara or the barkeep needed any help. Yeah, Tamara, if she needed any help, and then if she didn't, or she would help with what she did, and then she would go back up to bed.
It's still early enough that she's not gonna need much help. People, 1 or 2 customers, just enough to keep herself busy. So what are the rest of you guys doing at the end of your 8-hour wrap up?
I need breakfast or dinner.
Meal.
Food.
Need meal.
Kiss will get dressed.
Before you leave the room or after?
Yeah. Before I leave the room.
Outside the door.
Upset that Cypher didn't come wake him up.
I reach down and pull out my mushroom. The big iron shroom.
So what you're saying is it's big and hard and shaped like a mushroom.
It's iron?
Made of iron.
Jaeger?
It's heavier than you think it'd be.
Gotta carry it with 2 hands.
You've heard of
mercy.
The best
Oh
part
my
is,
goodness.
Nope.
The best part is he can bring it up to his own face.
Oh, God.
I'm so done with you.
So
Alejandra would have like helped at like 4 o'clock just to specify, and then closer to 8, she probably would have gone down to the inn permanently.
okay. So Leonard, you come down and you have out your mushroom.
I think I have like 2 of them, and they're like soccer ball sized or something like that.
The
Is my
cap of
printer?
them is about the width of a soccer ball.
Okay.
And then it has like a very heavy stalk. It's very
Okay.
very fleshy and meaty.
All right. I'm gonna head on down.
I'm with Kies on this one. Nope. Ass.
As a woman, I can't relate.
You've never had a mushroom before?
All right, kids, let's tone this down a little bit.
Yeah, bring it back. Sorry.
Bring it back.
Reel it in.
Just bring it back.
I'm whenever I get up, I'm gonna pull my journal back out and
Okay.
see if I can read more, or decipher anymore. So like, I'll do that I'll let them all wake up, because I'll just, whenever I wake up is when I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna like leave my room or make noise or anything.
Okay, so you're just gonna kind of hang out in your room with your journal.
Yeah, it's like dark by the time I get back up, so I'm like, Costa's kind of just like, all right, well, fuck it, I guess we'll leave in the morning.
Yeah, you have a lantern in there, so you'd be able to, or a lamp, so you'd be able to.
I have light as a cantrip too, so it's just, I do something. I create light in whatever manner I need to.
Boop, like now the ceiling's lit up.
The whole ceiling is now light.
Kias, are you headed down, or you hanging out in your room?
No, I'm gonna head down for a meal.
Okay, Talon, what about you?
I'm gonna wake up, curled up in my nest. First word out of my mouth, Dinkelberg. As I light up my drift globe.
Dinkelberg.
Actually, I'm gonna take a little bit of time to myself here, because I'd like to take a closer look at that letter that I got from
right.
Hijor.
From his cousin.
From his cousin Lojor.
Was it
Jor. Hi,
Or-
Jor
no,
and
no,
Jor.
There's a
was-
mid-jor somewhere.
I didn't have time to write it down.
Pretty sure it's just the alphabet Jor.
Well, Jor is like a family name. Hi is like a first name.
So George's last name.
So we've just
Kinda,
been
but
saying his full name this whole time.
Well, in their naming convention, it's like adding to their, like, you just replace the first syllable. They only have one name, and the last syllable is the family they come from. The first syllable is.
It's almost like Scandinavian. That's how they do it.
Yeah. So you open your letter from Mojor. You haven't read the letter yet, have you?
No, I have not.
It's from Mojor to Hijor. And it's detailing how he's been moving around, covering a couple different, like moving through a few different forests just north of Pudmit at this point, whenever this letter was written, which is fairly recent, but not like yesterday. Not like the last 2 weeks, but not years ago either. How his he says like his master or his teacher is missing, and he's hunting for him, and there is a great upset in the wild right now.
Oh, okay. Just fold that back up, put it in my book.
Yeah, it also
And,
has like warnings of like, be careful while you're out there. I don't want anything to happen to you, stuff like that. But it's the gist of what you're looking for is that something is upsetting him, and he's in the woods somewhere north of Pudmit.
All right, I'm gonna stay in my room, just like chew on like some dried ration and
Some bark.
yeah, some just random bark or
Just
something.
druid craft a stick and then chew on it.
Yeah, just
Turn into a goat and
Gnaw
just
on it.
gnaw at your bed frame.
yeah, and I'm just gonna like write in my journal.
That costs extra.
Yeah.
Okay. So Kies and Leonard are downstairs. Cypher, what are you planning on doing? You would actually get up a little bit later than everyone else because you took some time to clean your armor and whatnot before. So, about a half an hour in, you would probably get up. Jaeger, what are you? You hear them starting. Leonard and Kies and Alejandra starting to head downstairs. Would you head down as well? Or you?
Yeah, I would probably follow them down.
Okay.
Kind of just trying to kind of keep to the majority of the group.
Okay.
Jaeger is kind of like receded into his own contemplation of the most recent events within his mind.
Okay. As you head downstairs, being the last of the four that are going downstairs at this point, you can see that there's a few people in the bar, a few people in the tavern, not a lot, but enough that there's not like a big cluster of seats open. So there's not like a section of 7 seats. So Leonard,
Is this is this like before the evening rush or after the evening rush?
This is like before the evening rush. There's some.
We're around like 8 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Like give or take. Okay.
Yeah. Like there's enough light outside that the sun hasn't fully set, but it's definitely like an orange and pink sky. So the sun's on the horizon, getting ready to set. Leonard, you have your iron shroom.
I have my iron shroom. I hold it above my head as I crash into the kitchen. And what was the name of the cook in the back? Huh?
Tallman.
Tallman! Look what I found! I got another one in the back.
Right.
Oh God.
That sounded different in my head. Anyways.
Right.
So let's do something. Show me what you got with this. Do you usually cut it beforehand or?
Right. Well, you got to. There's a couple different ways you can prepare it. You can cut it and put it into a stew. You can cut it and you can heat it from underneath, and it's almost like a steak. Really heavy, hearty, but has that same consistency, but it's a lot different flavor.
Okay. I have an idea. And I don't see any fires back here. How do you cook things?
Aye, right. Well, I don't know who made it, but we have this stone that heats. Well, it's a piece of metal that heats, and you can put the pot right on it. It's just like having a fire.
Nice. Okay. I grab a few things that I see around the kitchen. I grab a pot. And would you mind grabbing me a pitcher of ale?
Right, that's fine.
Pour that into the pot. And
Your boiled mushrooms.
And then I
Just
grab
taking over this man's kitchen.
Grab the harvest dagger, and I start. I separate the cap from the base of the mushroom, and I slice the. Actually, I wash the whole thing first, and then I'm going to slice the base into thick slabs, so that it's almost going to be like slices of bread, cylinder slices of bread.
Okay, so like if it's this way, you're cutting it like this.
Yes.
Okay.
Because this thing's thick is how I'm imagining it.
Yeah.
And then for the cap, I mince that into smaller pieces, throw that into the beer, put that on top of the heating plate, and then I boil it. I set it to boil, and then meanwhile I skewer the slices, and as it steams, it's going to steam through the slices of the mushroom. And when I find it ready, I'm going to mage hand, move the hot pot to the side, grab a skillet, throw that on there, and then since it's been marinating in beer shroom steam, I'm gonna throw that onto the griddle and cook them like steaks.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna rend down the beer mushroom gravy and pour that on top when it's down to like a thick sauce.
Okay, how long are you planning on cooking this?
This is gonna take an hour.
So you test the first piece, and it's still extremely tough.
Oh, jeez.
Extremely tough.
Yeah, if you remember when you talked to the one guy, he did say that you have to cook these for like quite some time for them to be like eatable.
Oh man.
Edible? Eatable.
Edible.
Good to eat.
Tasty.
Edamame?
Sushi.
Okay, then I turn to the cook. So what am I doing wrong?
Right. Well, you got a good idea here. I've never seen it made like that, but you got to cook them for at least another hour. At least.
Okay.
before they get
Then
soft
I'll-
enough to chew on. They call them iron shrooms because they're hard.
Okay. We'll just let it keep going. I'll keep standing there for another hour. Nothing else to do.
So while
Dwarves and their wordplay.
I'll suffer for my art.
Cypher, you make your way downstairs through this. Go ahead.
I was actually gonna say I would like to do something
Okay.
in the room first.
Okay.
So, waking up, he's of course a little groggy. He hasn't slept this deeply in some time. He's still got all of his armor off, and he's got his swords pressed up in the corner in his room.
All three of them.
Slowly pushing himself up, sitting towards the edge of his bed, he folds his hands together and rests his elbows on his knees. Lowers his head, and he'll look towards the swords and he'll say, "It's been some time since we've last spoken. Aside from the journey here and the 2 days that have passed, it's different here. The townsfolk, I feel that they have a community. They lean on each other with trust, and I found people who remind me that I can do the same, but it's difficult for me." He'll fold his hands together and rest his head into them, and he'll say, "Please, show me how I can find that strength again. Show me the path that I've lost." Leaning to his knees, he'll stare at his swords for a moment. Takes a deep sigh, shakes his head. He'll grab two of them, the dwarven one and one of his older ones, and make his way downstairs, strapping them on.
Okay. Kies and Alejandra, you are downstairs. Is there anything you would do while Leonard is cooking for the next 2 hours?
Kies would probably go eat a different meal rather than wait for for Leonard to cook.
I think Alejandra would go talk to Etriel.
Okay.
Wait, are you letting that be known?
No.
Oh. then-
It's because you have Kias in tow, undeniably.
I think she's just. Actually, you know what? No, she. Yeah, she'd be like, "Keys, let's go talk to Etriel, and then we can come back for dinner. See what he says."
I am very torn because I am hungry and I would like to eat. But Atriel is my best friend, so I would love to go see him.
Okay, well, I'm going, so it's your choice. As I like.
Okay, I will go with you. Like
So
catch up to her.
you head across town. You find Atriel's house as the sun is setting. There are no lights on. Like, there's no lamps lit inside the house. Knocking at the door, you find no response.
Odd, it's not that late, is it? You would know better than I would. Is this not too late for?
No, it should not be too late. I don't think all the miners are even back.
They are
And
not.
Etriel, he wouldn't go to the mine with them, would they? Would he?
No, I don't think so. It's dirty there. Why would he go to the mine?
Okay. That's odd. Can I test the doorknob to see if it'll open at all, or if it's locked?
It's locked.
Okay. Well, his door's locked. Maybe he's just not home. Where would he be?
I don't know. This is not a very big town. Can we just look? Do we see him around?
Because he wasn't. Was he at the tavern?
Nope.
Did we? Okay. 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 I guess we'll walk around and look for him. So I just try and fall. I do that awkward thing where I'm hoping Keys will slightly. So I'm slowly walking, hoping he's leading me somewhere.
Well, like, can we do a quick, because it's a big circle, can we do a quick scan? Like, do we see anyone that looks like a handsome elfin man?
You look around and all you see is miners, humans and dwarves, and a couple families. But you don't see him out in the open anywhere.
I am
Look in-
not sure.
Can I like
We're rid of that pretentious elf fuck.
can I like look in through the window and see if like all his stuff is still there?
Yeah, the house is in complete. Kias would have noticed when he showed up. The house is in complete order. It's just no one is home.
Maybe he went to Hydjor. Maybe he needed some I don't know, herbs.
I sure say he was getting a new. Didn't you? Oh, actually, I wasn't there for that conversation. We can go check Hydra. Maybe he just wanted some wine.
Yeah, I don't know if Hydjor has wine, but we can go see.
Okay.
I think he has herb, but not wine.
Either way, Hydjor will be a good time.
We'll go over to
That's what
Hydra.
he's into.
As you make your way across toward Hydjor, you guys are outside. Kias notices first a wagon, a large covered wagon with a man in like half plate armor and a sigil you recognize as the town's guard pulling up into the town.
Interesting.
Well, the town's guard is here.
Fine, we can just be nice, and I'll wave and say, "Hello. What can we help you guys with? Or can we help you guys with anything? Sorry."
Right, have you seen a trail?
Oh, we were just looking for him.
Yeah, we haven't seen him anywhere.
Well, then I guess no, you can't.
May I ask what you're looking for him for? Because maybe we can just help each other and find him.
Yeah, you can ask, and I can put you in chains.
Okay, jeez. It's just a question. Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of rude. Like, she was trying to be helpful.
Well, if you're not a trail, then I ain't got nothing for you.
You mean the Elven man, Atriel, right? That's who.
Oh no, it says a trail on the form.
What? Oh, okay. Okay.
You want Atriel, that's how it's pronounced. I know it's written. I get it.
We haven't been able to find him. It's a small town. You could check the mine. There's a lady up there that works there named Miriam. She works closely with him. Maybe she'll be able to help you more with that.
Well, I'll just wait. Where is it? Which one's his house?
I guess we point to it.
Well, I'll just wait there.
Okay.
As he kind of pulls the wagon past you at this point and in, you see a contingent of 12 Townsguard come out of the back of this fully armed.
Ugh.
Bad news.
Is this like a commotion kind of deal? Like, would I hear armor and wagon? Would I look out my window?
You could, yeah. I mean,
because I'm awake, so I guess my question is, do I hear this?
You wouldn't. They're not like you wouldn't hear like the armored soldier marching thing. You would just hear a wagon pulling in, which probably wouldn't pique interest.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my hand on Key's shoulder and cast message and be like, "We need to find him before they do. This doesn't look good."
I completely agree.
And then I'm gonna like slowly turn around and look not suspicious walking away, but then as soon as I feel like I'm out of sight, I'm just gonna tap him and be like, run. Like, I don't know where we should be looking, but we need to find him.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
No, like what I'm meaning by that is like, I'm not gonna turn around and fast walk away like it's clear I'm looking for him. I'm gonna normal walk away and then try and speed up when I feel like I'm out of their sight.
Scooby-Doo stalk.
So as you, where are you walking to in the town?
Where do you think he'd be, Keys?
Well, I don't know, but I think we should ask Hydor. Hydor, he seems to know a lot of things.
I do agree with that. How close are we to the tavern, by chance?
About 120 feet.
Are there any of our party members that I could possibly see through a window? Probably not, hey?
Say that again?
Are there any of our party members that were downstairs that I could see through a window?
No.
Okay.
The glass isn't clear enough for unless you're up on the window, you can't see through it. It's like old school glass.
Tim
Yeah.
just dropped off.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of a technical issue here.
There we go.
Oh, it's returned.
He will be back, and until then, we're just in the wrong space. There we go.
My apologies.
All the tech glitches today.
Yes.
Yeah, no
For a
kidding.
second, I felt
Things are
burlier
going
and
right,
bearded.
We should play. If that happens, we have to play the other person's character.
Okay.
Why do I feel rude all of a sudden?
So
Body swap episode.
so
So
we're
as,
heading.
as I sharpen my swords.
So we're heading to Hydor's.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of a technical issue with
A
Tim.
little bit of an issue. A little bit.
And Tullen is cut in half.
I am in half. I have
Don't
to.
be suspicious. Don't
I
be
was actually
suspicious.
halfling.
Who do I have to
know
play
how
as
to-
now?
There you go.
I'm Jaeger.
You're now Leonard. Mickey,
I'm
you're
the
now
only
Leonard.
person who is still me.
And apparently,
I am the only original me.
who has the other half of me?
Jake, I think.
Jake, lean over the other way.
Jake.
Hold on, lean to your other side.
Jake, lean the other way.
Lean to your other
That's
side.
him for sure. I see it lighting up.
Oh yeah, that's definitely Jake. That's definitely Jake. Jake is both Josh and Jake.
Jake is now the DM.
You are now the DM. You're DM. You're also NPCing yourself. There he is.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Tim, you good?
Watch stream.
Botched
I get to swear at women now. Yeah.
Look at my shroom head.
Rename the episode to "The Party Has Technical Issues."
Who am I?
Technical
I mean,
issues.
this is still dirt and trauma.
This is still dirt and trauma.
This is true.
So, as you so which direction you're going into Hydor's?
Yes.
Because you were pretty much right in front. You approach Hydor's hut and you notice the same thing. The lights are out, the door is locked, and when you knock, there is no answer.
Keys, this is bad. We need to go get the party. We need to go get everybody else. This is
I
bad.
agree. We need to get them and figure out what Hydor is gone, Atriel is gone. Literally, all of the best people from the city are gone.
You go talk to. You're still here, Keys. Don't take it out on yourself. You're still here.
I'm not from this city,
Oh,
but I
that's true.
appreciate.
You go talk to the people downstairs. I will rush upstairs and wake the sleeping ones. Okay.
This is a good plan.
Okay. And then we will go back to the tavern and split.
During this time, another wagon comes in and offloads another contingent of Townsguard. They take up posts at the gate of the town where you come in. So there's 4 of them, 2 on either side, and they are encircling the city.
Okay.
And they all are prepped for war.
When I just want to point this out. We don't have to do it first. The first person I go to, because he's mentioned it, is Costo. That is the first person I go to.
Did you say Casto or Casco?
Let's go.
Costo, you actually
wanna
would
know-
hear the second wagon coming in.
I look out the window. Well, okay. So before I do that, they're doing all that since I'd woken up. I just read through my journal and reread the pages that were revealed to me. Do I notice anything else that I didn't notice in the cave? Is there anything new?
Yeah, you notice that you have to read it once. You read over the page where it was, and for the first passage it seems gibberish, and then you really have to focus on it for it to kind of start to make sense to you, for it to start to reveal itself. And when you do, you feel that presence Tim is having some serious technical issues.
Very, very much. Yes.
You can feel the presence of that presence that was normally with you. You can start to feel that again. But reading through, you find the story of your grandfather being betrayed by a few of the Justicors, being murdered by one of the Justicors.
With his own weapon.
Yes. And not just being murdered, but being executed. Like, they put him on his knee, they bound him and put him on his knees and then killed him with his own weapon. The weapon, it says that the weapon is corrupted and needs to be cleansed.
Yeah.
And it is yearning now to be found by someone who is worthy of wielding it.
Is there any indication as to like where it is, where it might be? Like in the description, do they leave with the weapon? Do they leave it at the body?
Whoever killed him took the weapon with him, like claimed it as his.
And there's no names. It's just I know who they are, but I don't know like the individuals.
Yeah, you know that they're Justicors.
Yeah, but I don't know any individual names or anything.
It doesn't actually say the Justicors. It says those he thought were his allies. So
yeah, but I get the gist.
One of the things that you never met your grandfather.
No, I don't like the only piece I know of him other than this that we talked about was that I knew that he thought something was up, and like that's basically what I've gathered.
You feel at the very bottom of the page, it reads kind of weird to you, but it says that the one who can read this shares the same tether to the gods.
Ugh, that is disconcerting to Costo. Well, no, I guess it really wouldn't be, but okay. The one who can read this shares the same tether to the gods. Okay. That doesn't necessarily make sense to him at this time. Or wait, or does this make sense to him at this time?
Yes, it would. You are not currently speaking to your tether to the gods.
Yeah. God damn it! I hate that stupid Deva. Anyway.
And from this, you gather that your grandfather was an Aasimar.
Oh, see, I did not know that. Okay, got it. So, okay. This is new information.
It was you can gather it was probably kept from you, as with a lot of what you knew about.
There's a lot of things kept from me, so it's not surprising that something was kept from me, but this is unique. Okay. Yeah, so I guess I begrudgingly I reread this, I see all of this, and I like begrudgingly like sit and meditate and like quiet my mind, and I pull out Amara's head wrap, and I like focus in and like try to like talk to my Deva again.
The closest you can get, you can feel like your Deva is with you. The closest you can get is a feeling of just overwhelming sadness, and at times what almost sounds like sobbing.
Yeah, still crying, little bitch. Look, you guys don't know yet, but my Deva is kind of annoying, and we don't really talk right now.
We don't talk anymore.
We don't talk anymore.
Have you tried couples counseling?
Well, the couples counseling would be hard.
This is all in the privacy of your room right now, right?
Yeah,
it's all in the privacy of his head.
Yeah, I mean, I hear the quiet sobbing.
And then you hear a really light but like firm knocking on your door.
Not yet. You wouldn't have gotten there. This is while you're at Atriel's house at this moment.
Yeah, no, I mean, I once I hear this, like, she's still crying. So I'm not even, I don't push forward on it, and I just let it go.
So you would have a little bit of time between the end of your conversation with your Deva and hearing that second wagon roll in.
Okay. I restore the book, that kind of thing. Remind me from last session, have I ever heard of Peller's Tear before? Is that something that I would have any recollection of?
Nope.
Okay, cool. I didn't think so, but I couldn't remember. Yeah, so I restore it, and I just kind of like slightly reflect on like all of those things, and like in my mind, the next step would be to go and talk to Perpetual about these things in Stormhaven. And then I hear the wagon, I look out the window. Are they Townsguard or are they Justicars?
Townsguard.
Okay, so let it be known that like when I see the armored people rolling in, like I get like immediately nervous. Like my heart starts to like race, and then I'm like, oh, it's just Townsguard. We're fine.
Yeah, you notice some of them have large shields and spears, and with a long sword on their back, and some of the other ones, typically the larger ones, are carrying a great sword, right on their back. But they have moved in and surrounded the town, from what you guys can see. So
gotcha.
I'm just wondering if she told Costo it would be forever, but now he drives alone past her street.
Morning, church.
How many more references can we get in?
A few, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
probably a few. How many seconds can we get away with before DMCA comes knocking at our door?
Do you need
0.
a driver's license to drive a horse?
No.
You do not know.
Technically, a horse is not considered a vehicle because it has its own intelligence. But you do need a driver's license to drive a lawnmower.
this horse has an intelligence of 14, so
Smarter than some people I know.
Wait, an actual horse? Like the horse that you turn into? Is that your?
My brain is in that horse.
Okay, that's fine. I thought you were saying that like an actual horse on the stat sheet for beast horse at an int 14. I'm like, no, that's not right.
All right. Cypher, you're also in your room hearing, or you went downstairs, so you wouldn't hear this. Alejandra, so you make your way upstairs and knock on Costo's door.
I just go open the door. Who pissed off the Townsguard?
So I'm gonna like do this, and then I'm gonna like grab your arm to cast message because I don't trust anybody in the tavern. They're here for Atriel, but Atriel and Hydor are both missing. I know you don't like Atriel.
My immediate response is not kind.
I'm well aware you do not like him, but you also hate Sword and Shield band members a lot more.
I have no problem with the Townsguard.
What about the Townsguard that looks like they're about to pick war on a small town if they don't find this elf?
Well, that would be their problem then, but not the town's problem, the Townsguard problem. But sounds like they just need Atriel, so we're gonna go try to find him and turn him in, right?
Yes, but Hydor is also missing, which I know you do kind of like.
Hydor could be up in the mountains looking for some weed that makes you see kaleidoscope colors. I don't know.
Both doors were locked and their lights were off, like they had gone somewhere. But let's be real, where's Atriel gonna go?
Probably hiding in his basement.
Well, we went there before Townsguard rolled up. I don't think so.
Well, I don't know. I guess we'll go find him and turn him in.
You'll like the Townsguard though because they don't know how to say his name, and I'll just like turn and go knock on Cypher's door.
Cypher's downstairs.
Yeah, Cypher's already downstairs, so I just follow you down.
Jaeger was the one that was still upstairs.
No, you went downstairs
Colin
too.
is upstairs.
He's still upstairs.
Knock on Tullen's door.
Knock, knock,
She's just
knock,
going through
knock,
all the
knock.
doors.
You hear paper noises and then scrambling and then a thud. Just. I open the door. My hair is just like up to one side. All right. What you need? Oh,
Same thing again. Just because, and I will explain it, and I will say, I'm sorry. I just really don't trust people in this tavern not to say what we're doing.
The only
But
people in the tavern are you guys, Tamara, and Tommen.
fair. But still gonna do it. Atriel.
we just whisper then. I'm not loud. I'm very small.
Atriel and Hijor weren't home when we went to find Atriel.
Hi, George Cullen.
Yes, and Townsguard rolled up and are looking for Atriel. And when I asked them why, he was very, very rude. To the point that Keys even stood up for me. So, like, we need to... Keys stands up for everybody. It wasn't a shot at you, Mickey. It was not a shot at you, Mickey. Keys just hasn't... Nobody stood up for Alejandra at this point. So, like... but anyways... so, we need to find Atriel. Costa wants to find him and turn him in, I'm pretty sure, but we might be able to just help him because this
I
doesn't
might
look
be able to find him.
good. Let's go.
Like right now.
Really?
Like like right now.
Okay, do it.
Yes,
Oh.
do it.
And I gotta
Yeah.
think of something. I have the locate object spell that I just prepared like 20 minutes ago.
Do you
Okay.
So you-
tell me?
yeah.
Do you tell me that this is how you're gonna find him, or are you just gonna do it?
Tolan sits there and like thinks for a second, and then he's like, "What do you think, Hijor or Atriel would have on them?
Let's go talk.
Probably a
Right.
bottle of that wine that Kias
I
has.
can locate some objects, you know.
Let's go talk to
I have
Keys.
to have seen them though, so like they have to have worn it. See if like a necklace or
Keys can
I don't
transfer
know.
into Atriel, so he will be able to say, "Hey, look, I'm Atriel. This is the jacket. Locate this jacket."
He's got a different wardrobe that day. It's very confusing.
Go talk to.
Would you like actual like legit DM point of order, like if he had a bottle of that really nice wine with him, if Tullen were to see like that same bottle, no, never mind. That's because there's like he had a case of it, so it might just show inside. Yeah.
Turn and walk down the stairs.
Well, pillar pet.
Yeah, wait. Does locate object have to find like one specific object, or would it find all of those bottles
look at the
of
spell.
wine
I gotta
within
look at the spell.
1,000 feet?
Is it like a detect magic radius, or is it like a?
I have to find an object that's familiar to me.
Okay.
So as long as I've seen it up close, 30 feet, within 30 feet of me, at least once.
And who kept the contract?
Or actually, I can locate the nearest object of a particular kind as well.
He filed away the contract. You didn't keep it on him.
Yeah. He filed the contract, didn't keep it. Yeah, I mean, you've had multiple close exchanges with Atriel. You could probably just try to like find his shoes or some shit.
Unless he's surrounded by lead, it might. Apparently, this spell is blocked by lead.
Lead. Okay.
I mean, give it a crack.
I'll go downstairs and try and catch up with Keys.
All right, Kia. So you come in as Alejandra rushes upstairs. You see, first sitting at the bar, Cypher, and before long, Leonard comes out of the kitchen with this amazing mushroom and gravy setup.
Big
Mushroom
soup gravy stuff.
You're gonna get to eat it. I'm just realizing that.
So Kias will go up to them. So Leonard, I think you're going to have to put this into some sort of to-go container, because it is to-go time.
Oh, wait, what? I just made this. Now's the time. I was just gonna good berry on this thing too.
It is definitely not the time. Is like tomorrow like right there, or can we step back?
Tamara's like behind the bar, so she's within like probably 5 or so feet of you.
like, come this way and chat with me quietly. Cypher, Jaeger, Leonard, carry your pot.
Confused,
Did I get the
but
rest
okay.
of my things then?
Yes, I would very much recommend that.
Very well.
Yeah, so the town
Carry
is
the whole pot over.
the town is being surrounded by town's guard. Atriel and Hyjor are missing. The town's guard are specifically looking for Atriel, and I think we need to find Atriel. I think first and foremost, we need to get the hell out of this place and find Atriel. And then, because he is such a nice guy and he has been so good to us, we need to return that favor and help him out.
Why are the town's guard looking for him?
I do not know, but I get the impression they are not nice people. They were very rude. Like, unnecessarily rude. Like, oh, hey, we're looking for the same person. And he's like, fuck off. And I'm like, wow, that's
That guy's a dick.
So I hear, so like he's telling all us of like he's telling us all this.
No, he's
upstairs.
Yeah, well, you guys. This is while you guys are upstairs. She's rounding you up while that's.
I thought this was gotcha. Sorry, I thought he was doing this after we got downstairs.
You're fine.
I cast Mage Hand, and then I was like, "But you gotta try this!" And the Mage Hand dips into the pot, and he shoves the stew, the gravy, right into Keese's mouth. You gotta try this.
Does it taste good?
It tastes like a really meaty brown gravy with like a hint of bacon and beer.
That sounds delicious.
It does.
It's okay.
I'm so hungry.
Now, oh god, like it's like you described that recipe in such a way that now I want to go make food.
Well, I think that might be a possibility for you because I think we're gonna cut this session off here. We're having all kinds of technical difficulties.
We're having a botched stream, as someone put it earlier.
Yes.
between all of our cameras, between 8 computers, cameras, Twitch, OBS, I'm surprised this is the first time we've had issues.
It had to happen at some point.
Yep.
So
Murphy's Law. If it can't happen,
a little more to your right. A little more to your right, Tullen.
No more.
Oh, he's back.
Right
Maybe we
and
can
then
make
lean
this work.
left.
Maybe we can get it to work. Maybe.
Am I just the DM now?
Yes.
Okay.
So go ahead. We're gonna continue. We're gonna see how well we work out here.
Let's see how this goes.
So this amazing food, brown gravy mushroom.
Guys, I am in the midst of a major medical emergency.
Go.
I'm going to try to keep this up.
No,
but,
just head out.
No, go.
Yeah, we're gonna call it right now. You go make sure everything's all right.
Priorities.
Yeah, take care of it.
And we will find out the stunning conclusion to this episode on another night.
Jeez.
Yes. Take care of the medical issue. Do not.
Yes.
Don't stick
sweat
around
it.
for this.
Yeah, much more important.
So with that news, we are going to bring this stream to an end. So
When last we met our intrepid heroes.
yes.
The stream ends with stew being shoved in one person's mouth.
Hey, listen, it could be a lot worse. So,
It was tasty.
Still be in mushroom form.
again, Tullen, you want to make your announcement real quick again?
All right. The Sword Coast Soundscapes?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, once again, we use Sword Coast Soundscapes as our ambience, and all of our battle music. Or go thank you to them, and go check them out if you like what they're doing here.
Costo, you're up
on
next.
Spotify and YouTube, and various other platforms.
Listen to me. If you subscribe, good things will come. No, I'm just kidding. But no, we're gonna be running a one shot for all our subs. We're gonna draw numbers, 5 subs. 5 of our subs. Eventually, if they stay sub long enough, eventually all of them will get to play.
Yep.
But if you sub between now and May 30th, you are entered for the first streamed one shot with our subs. So that we're gonna draw 5 names of whoever subscribes. Join the Discord. It's gonna be the easiest way for us to get a hold of you. Otherwise, we'll just message you in Twitch. But yeah, drop a sub, join the Discord. Anybody that from when we started to May 30th is entered, and 5 of you are going to get to do a one-shot run by me on June 3rd. So it's going to be a good time. No, I'm not going to spoil anything, but you might get to run zombies over with a cart. Maybe.
That sounds awesome. So,
The
all right.
50-50.
Go ahead.
50-50 shot.
It's a 50-50 shot. You either get to run zombies over with a cart or you don't. It's 50-50.
So, all right, everybody. Thank you for sticking around through the technical difficulties we've been having tonight. We wished him amazing luck, and we send prayers his way for whatever is going on right now. And we will see you guys Thursday. I believe that's me, Tulin,
Costo and Seifer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That will be the How to Be a Good Player stream. So we will catch you guys then on Thursday at 7 o'clock. And if you can't make it then, we will see you guys on Sunday. Have fun and be safe, and we'll see you all on Sunday.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.
Bye, guys.
Are your potassium levels low? Ever wish you could become a banana? Well, head on down to the Botched Discord to become one of our lovely insiders. There, we treat all our bananas with the utmost respect, gossip about Kia's sleeping habits, participate in weekly events, and even win exclusive prizes. Want advantage on your rolls? Then make sure you hit the subscribe button. So, what are you waiting for? It's time to get botched.